What the?
Welcome, internet.
I'm pulling levers, and I'm like, why isn't anybody showing up?
What is going on?
Hey,
Hello.
if it helps, I can barely hear like our little intro thing. It was super muted in my headphones. For some
It doesn't
reason.
help. Doesn't help at all.
Didn't help
But
at
thanks
all.
for reporting back. Appreciate it.
Not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit.
You're welcome.
Great. Fantastic.
Lord. And Donnie, you just sounded weird today. I don't know what it is. You just sounded
Kind of sick.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm sick, but like I've been coughing like things up, like
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
called
mucusy.
sick.
I'm not quite sick yet. I've been expecting to be sick all week, but no sickness has come. But like I'm kind of hoarse, and my throat's not sore, but it's like rough,
Yeah, it's not good. Yeah, my wife is sick right now. After my son being sick and me being kind of sick, so she's not doing well, and it's never good when she's sick because
Seems like your son just carried germs with him, like everywhere he goes.
Doesn't everybody's?
That's what happens, when
That's just
they're
children.
elementary.
That's just children in general.
Yeah.
No,
You ever seen them? They just hang on each other always.
Right.
that's why I have like Febreze and all that other stuff.
They're doing like Febreze. What is that doing? It's
That's
making your
just
sickness
Febreze.
smell better. What?
Disinfecting
Yeah,
anything.
because they stink.
Febreze ain't doing shit to stop sickness.
How about now, Jordan? Is that better?
Stops them from stinking.
That is better.
Thanks.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Feedback
You
is
were
good.
definitely spiking.
Delvin, you could have told me.
Delvin,
We've been
you're
talking
way
for
too
10
low.
minutes.
We haven't been talking for 10 minutes. It's been like 3. Then Dev came.
Yeah. It was a bit more than that.
You're too low, Delvin. You sound like you're in a classic.
God
magazine, like
damn
just-
it!
You do sound like you have like a filter on. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're
And I don't have a
speaking
filter
like-
on.
You
No, I
sound
know.
like
And we know you don't.
God.
We know that.
Yeah. But that's just how you sound. Typically,
I
it
guess
always
that's-
sounds a little muffled.
Audio
Don't know
producer
why.
Dev's going to have to work his magic.
Again.
Well,
Again.
I don't know what to tell you.
Look at Smoking Joe.
Hello, Smoking
See-
Joe.
My volume is still high?
Joe, you did so well with the avatar change, and then you go and you do this. It's just
Yeah.
disrespectful.
You
All
know,
right?
Joe, you're all right with me.
The
Let me get
Browns
into
didn't
the-
beat the Niners. The Niners beat themselves. Okay.
That's not how that works.
Let me get
That's not
into
how that
the,
works. I don't even watch football, and I know that's not how that works.
the master
Good,
audio
good.
settings. How about now? Is that better?
Sound better a little bit.
Any different at all?
Yeah, that
I don't
sounds
know,
better.
Okay.
I can't notice.
I can go down more.
No, I
How
think
about
you're
now?
good. We
Okay.
just need to fix Delvin like one day.
Nah, good luck.
Actually, you sound
I
a little
turned-
bit better.
I turned
I
him
do?
all the way up. Like everything I
Yeah.
could give him from Millen.
Giving it all she got, Captain.
You want to do the intro again and we just cut it off and we just chop
Absolutely
like we
not.
got it. We
Keep
got
it going.
everything good. All right.
No.
Well,
This
Jesus.
This is the
Truck on
shit
Fire
show that
is
we
just
signed up
rolling
for.
through.
We've been doing this
Yeah.
for 7 years. It looks like we've just started.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. Looks and sounds like we just started. Like, what the hell?
Yeah,
Either
there
way,
you
I
go.
blame Delvin's internet. It's definitely Delvin's internet.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh yeah, and by the way, yeah, go Browns. What a win. What a win.
It's bullshit.
Damn, third string quarterback off the street throwing picks and everything and still get the dub.
Yeah, how y'all lose to that dude? Y'all should be ashamed of yourself.
I don't even know his name.
Yeah.
Injuries.
Like losing to
You
a
know.
postal worker.
Damn.
Like he worked at
Damn.
FedEx.
Yeah, he crossed the picket line. His damn scab and just came off. Just Shane Falco in it on the 49ers, just getting it done.
I mean, did he really get it done?
No,
Yeah.
he didn't. I looked at his
No.
box line. He had like
He got it
11
done.
passes for 80 yards and 2 picks. It was terrible. We
Yeah,
won in spite of him.
That's all it took.
Yeah, exactly. Like it was an ugly game. Neither
When is
team
the
did
last
well.
time an NFL team won with a quarterback like that? Like that,
Right.
that in itself is a feat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I,
I feel
I
like
like
Purdy
that my
had a
That
shit
defense
game
is
too.
that defense though is
The
nasty.
defense is and Purdy got us in like field goal range to win. And what happened? Fucked it off.
Kicking in the wind in
Sean, I
Cleveland, man.
Sean, I haven't spoiled anything yet.
But the night's still young. Don't worry, it's coming.
Don't leave. Don't leave, Sean.
Yeah.
Just stick around.
Stick
It'll
around.
be there.
It'll be there soon
coming.
enough.
So yeah, do you even have a team, Delvin? Like,
No, I've given up on
Dolphins.
football a long time ago. Hell no.
What do you mean, hell no? Why would you like the Dolphins? I'd
I've
be
never
proud
liked
to be a
Dolphins.
Dolphins fan.
Yeah, now. Now they're good.
I'd be proud to be a Dolphins fan whenever.
I mean, right? They've never been like
Yeah,
a
they've never been
laughingstock.
terrible.
They're still like the only team that
I
have
mean,
an undefeated
Dan Marino
season.
for like 30 years,
right.
and then you had like Ricky
Y'all forget
Williams
he
and
left. Like he left like a long time ago, and then they were like really bad, and then they
Not
got
really
okay.
bad.
They were mediocre.
they started the
I mean,
Wildcat.
look, here's the thing: you think of bad NFL teams. You don't.
Yeah,
think
you
of
don't
the
know what
Dolphins.
bad
You
means.
don't. You don't.
Think of the Browns.
That's
You think
correct.
of them.
See,
You don't know
this is the
bad
problem.
means.
This is the problem. I can't say any of my teams are bad because anytime I say any of my teams are bad, I look at Donnie and realize, well,
Exactly.
it could be a lot
100%.
worse.
My team lost their World Series that they should have had to the fucking Florida Marlins, like
Yeah.
to you
Yeah.
and your
Buffalo.
shit minor league team that
And-
y'all
and-
traded everybody of in
And
one
the,
year.
and the funny thing about it is, we don't even give a fuck about baseball.
No, and they didn't even care.
Not even a
We don't
little
even
bit.
care. Not even a little bit. We don't give a fuck about baseball.
They didn't care then. They don't care now. Like, yeah, 100%.
That
Baseball
makes
is
it
just
even
a
worse.
thing that happens.
So,
Yeah.
We care about basketball and we care about football. And for a long time, we didn't even care about basketball. I was like the only basketball fan in Miami at one point.
I mean, you have
I
the
don't-
Ronnie Cycler years, you know.
They didn't
Yeah.
care about basketball back then.
when I was younger,
Them
yeah,
Heat
Tim
teams were
Hardaway
like-
and stuff, like they made the playoffs. They had some battles with like the Heat and the Pistons. I mean,
And-
the Hawks and the Pistons.
and
And
no
they
one
were
went to
good.
those games. More New York fans went to those games than Miami Heat fans. It's a lot different now.
I wonder if back then he was a Magic fan.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. He was probably
And then he
rooting
jumped
for
ship.
Atlanta.
He changed teams.
I was always a Heat and Orlando Magic fan.
You can't be both.
Well, I
You
can't.
gotta pick one. That's like
That's-
me being a Clippers and a Lakers fan.
that's
You can't. You
fake.
don't do
No,
that. It's not
no,
No,
real.
I
no,
lose
no,
more
no, no.
respect for you from having
Well-
both and flipping.
Well,
Yeah.
you have to have respect for me to lose respect. So I don't have
Fair.
nothing to worry about. I don't have nothing to worry about in that case.
It's definitely something that's like just not in the water in Cleveland. Like we have zero respect for other fans that just like pick teams. Like, oh yeah, I like this other team from this other place that I'm not at. It's so bizarre.
You got to
Hey,
remember.
Y'all
I
definitely have that homegrown, good looking
Yeah.
home team stuff.
Imagine being a football fan in Canada because you don't have a Canadian team in the NFL.
Oh, you've got 8 of them. We've been over this with Sean. It's the white saber-tooth fang men or whatever the hell they come up with up there.
Yeah, that thing.
The Timbernecks. They have 2 teams. I don't remember what they are. They have 2 teams that are the same team.
Yeah,
They have the same name.
y'all Canadian football league.
Jesus.
It's just
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm talking about NFL,
not even-
not CFL.
They're not even like different colors.
Yeah,
they don't
I
even
know.
care about their football league. It's like, I don't
It'd be
give a
like
shit
if
about
we
that.
had the Green Bay Packers and like the Bay Area Packers. That's like Canadian Football League.
Yeah, that works.
Nobody watches the CFL.
See,
Facts. Truth. Yeah.
Yeah,
No one.
because it's not hockey.
Yeah.
But that means you can just pick any NFL
Dude,
team.
I got
to
an
watch
alert the
all
other day that the Blue Jackets won, and I was like, "Oh shit, hockey's going on!"
You know,
I was gonna ask who the
same
fuck
thing.
is-
I was like, it's hockey season.
I was going to ask who the
even
fuck
know.
is the Blue Jackets? The fuck is that?
I didn't even know.
Yes, Yark, I
Nobody
know that.
knew.
Nobody watched.
Just
Nobody watched
Canadian.
that shit. Nobody watched that shit either.
Cascar. That's something.
You gotta be kidding.
No, nobody watched that.
That's
shit
not a real
either.
thing.
Don't
It
get me
was.
started on
It
these damn
was.
grocery stores.
It was.
Me and Haley
Oh
were
my
already
God.
doing. We were already doing the pregame about these damn grocery
Yeah,
stores.
our grocery stores have terrible names. Metro, fucking
It's interesting.
Zayres, real
Anyway,
Canadian.
let's get the show started.
Ah,
Let's get off Canada. We'll do a whole show about Canada. Just be Canada.
You
Yeah.
really could.
We rename the
really
podcast
could.
3 Americans and 1 Canadian.
We're coming at Canada, Joe or John, because
This is what we do.
and we do what we want.
Dog. This is what we do here.
yeah.
Are
Come
you-
on,
are you
man.
here?
We are
you
surrounded
here?
by Canadian podcasters. Every
Yeah.
third day, Sean creates a new podcast with some new Canadian cast member. Like,
Mhm. Yep.
Yes.
the podcasting game is being invaded by Canadians.
Yep.
Every time you look, it's another one.
Every
Hey.
time. They just
Look at Sean. Sean beat Miles. Good for you, man.
Nice.
good job, sir.
Congratulations.
Good job. The question
Just
is,
in
are you now
time.
burnt out on Spider-Man to then jump into Spider-Man 2? Like, I feel like you're just going to be burnt out.
Yeah.
I don't think he's playing Spider-Man 2 anytime soon.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
got
Our
Our
Wonder.
accent is smoothing. I don't think.
I
that's
agree
correct.
with that. Yeah, I can listen
know
to
about
some.
Smoothing.
I can listen
Yeah.
to some Canadians.
Nah.
Smoothing? Like, you
Soothing.
mean soothing? I'm like,
Yeah.
smoothing just doesn't quite.
Maybe it's the both. It's
doesn't
both
really-
soothing
it's
and
a
smooth.
mix of soothing and smoothing.
That's so Canadian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smoothing, eh?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Anytime I think of Canada, I just think of Terrence and Phillip. That's basically my
Yeah.
only point of reference.
That's accurate.
oh, really?
And Chris Jericho.
Never to live again.
Chris Jericho.
Yes.
Y2J.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right. Enough
Anyways.
of that. Let's actually get into the show. We'll start with you, Haley, since you are basically a guest at this point. You know, you come on every couple of shows, every couple of months you're around. So what have you been up to? What have you been playing?
Right now, basically just Baldur's Gate because I've been I was doing Cyberpunk, and then Donnie encountered a bug that I didn't want to encounter. Donnie encountered the automatic glove, so I waited for them to fix that before I jumped in, and then at that point I just like heavily jumped into Baldur's Gate while waiting for like Spider-Man 2 and Assassin's Creed. So I've played a tiny amount of Mirage. That's kind of fallen to the wayside. That'll be like a December game at this point.
Damn.
It
That was
I
quick.
sure was, and I'll tell you why. That formula does not work anymore. It's not good. It's not good.
This is what everybody
gonna-
wanted.
Yeah.
This was the thing.
This is y'all.
It's not what I wanted. It's not what I wanted.
No, I know,
what
y'all. I
want.
did. I mean, the collective, everyone,
I know. Yes.
the
Oh,
video
is it
game
really?
journos, the video game reviewers.
Yeah.
Oh, the people who
Ah.
we shouldn't listen to in any way, shape, or form.
Correct.
But that Ubisoft have listened to, and much to this game's detriment. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, I also just really don't like Bassam. Like he's not a good character. Even
I
here,
heard.
like,
I have no spoilers, but I've heard that Mirage is trying to like turn him more into a positive light, and I was like, don't like that.
and that doesn't
I
work
don't like that.
anyways. That
I
doesn't
was-
work anyways because Valhalla takes place after Mirage.
Right, of
so-
course. So I
yeah.
was hoping to hear from. Those are the types of things I've been like kind of listening out for as friends begin to play it,
Like-
as Delvin begins to play it. Things and those things I'm kind of keying in on.
So, from what I've played, yes, they're trying to portray him as a good character. Guess what? Considering how I know his story ends, that doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah, kind of not.
like,
But
it-
no spoilers.
No, I'm
I
not.
mean,
gonna
you can't
spoil
just
it.
live long enough to become the villain.
Yeah. Darth Vader did it.
It's
I'm
it's
saying.
more than that, but I can't
Yeah,
say
it's
anything.
a
Harvey
bit
did-
deeper than that. It's very celestially deeper than that.
Yeah, it's way deeper
Darth
than that.
Vader
and I
killed
can't-
children.
He did. He killed
Yeah,
younglings.
He,
Yeah, no,
he
like,
sure
What are the
did.
younglings, Anakin?
He sure did kill those younglings. You are correct, but
It was-
that's not what we're talking about here.
Damn.
Probably
I
more
can't say
kids.
anything without spoiling it. I just the old formula doesn't work. So you know that I was playing this mainly because it's a new Assassin's Creed entry, and I was just being tided over until Japan, right? So that's apparently coming next year, so I'll be excited for that. Baldur's Gate, though, I finished Act 2 yesterday.
Who you fucking?
So
That's the question.
Oh
That's the
my
question we need
gosh.
answered.
Shadowheart. I am
Good job.
fucking Shadowheart.
Is that a horse?
No, it is
Does it not sound like a horse
Shadowfax.
name?
It's,
Shadowfax.
It does.
Absolutely sounds like a
Yeah,
horse
the
name.
Kentucky
It does.
Derby. Who'd you bet on this week? Shadowheart. Yeah, it totally
It
fits.
does.
What are you talking about?
It does sound like a horse name, but in all
If I was
actuality-
laying down bets at the Preakness, I'm betting on Shadowheart, man. Like,
yeah,
Oh man.
she's the like repressed like religious girl that like. You know, I'm not gonna spoil Baldur's Gate for people either, but like,
and Haley's out here
essentially, like,
corrupting women. Respect.
I
Yeah.
sure am.
It's a page out
You
of
know
Delvin and I's book.
Yeah. Goddamn
I
right.
sure am.
Fuck him up.
So I'm romancing Shadowheart. I finished Act 2, and I'm currently like multi-classing, so I'm like paladin and sorcerer at the same time. So it's working well.
It's a fun
for, like,
game.
combination. I'm level 9. The max level is 12. Just because after level 12 in D&D, spells get real fucking complicated. Like a 12th level spell, for example, can completely change reality. Like, so they don't really want to go above that.
Sure.
It's fun. I am starting to notice performance issues, as others have stated. Like Act 3 is way less polished than everything else. So, but I'm still having fun with it. But it will be going on the back burner come 12 o'clock tomorrow night. So,
Yeah.
I am not into fucking a bear. Thanks. No. Do not fuck the bear.
You can fuck the bear?
I thought that was
Yes,
the whole
you can-
thing.
Yeah.
Yes, it is the whole thing. You can fuck the bear.
That was like
Delvin.
the viral marketing campaign of this whole game.
There was.
I mean,
it's
it's
actually
like,
not a.
if you can be anyone, you be Batman. So if you can fuck anything, you fuck the bear, right?
I honestly thought
Yeah,
they put
no,
it on the box. I was
That
like,
seems-
Baldur's Gate 3,
I mean,
you can fuck the bear.
That
I
sounds
mean,
dangerous.
Well, they don't put the bear on the front cover. They do put the man that turns into the bear on the front cover.
See, they know what they're doing.
oh,
They do.
so the man turns into the bear. Well,
Yeah, because he's a druid. Because he can wild shape. He turns into a bear while having sex with you.
that seems
I
very problematic.
mean,
I'm not going to get into that any more than that.
Hey, we're not.
Whoa.
We're not endorsing
Whoa.
the bear fucking here.
We are?
Sounds like.
some
yeah,
dudes
are you
do.
sure we
We
aren't? Yeah.
Some
Hey, you
dudes
get on the same page here.
yeah, some dudes are
Yeah,
quite
yeah.
into that.
Delvin's embracing the fucking of bears.
No,
Just
I'm
Listen
not
here.
fucking bears.
I think he said
PSVG
he wasn't
approved.
going to, but go for it.
Hey,
Whatever floats your boat.
I don't kink shame.
Although I will say, before I romance Shadowheart, like early in Act 1, I did have sex with Astarion. That's the vampire twink. So
Oh,
Yeah. All right.
that's about all I've been playing while waiting for Spider-Man. So
Cool.
no, Your Honor, he did not like Forza because he couldn't fuck the car.
Says you.
Well, damn.
How would you know?
That's a good point. I have not played Forza yet.
shows you what you know. You can absolutely fuck that car.
Well, yeah. Now I need to play Forza.
You can fuck anything if you try hard enough.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay, it's just mind of matter at that point.
basically.
Hey, that's like saying if you go deeper, it's better, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Ask the dwarves of Moira about that.
What?
Oh,
That's a Lord of the Rings
they
joke.
delved.
if
No,
anybody
I
would know,
get it,
Donnie
but-
would know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I got it. Just out of nowhere.
Out of left field.
I mean, it's kind of related. It wasn't really out of nowhere.
Jeez. Whew.
Rescue the show, somebody. There we go.
What have you been playing?
Who?
I
What?
said, Delvin. What have you
Oh.
been playing?
Oh, okay. I didn't even hear you say
Just-
my name.
We're
Who?
all broken here. We're broken.
It's been a fucking rush of a day. I
Yeah.
woke up this morning to having a dead battery,
Oh,
and they
That
were
always
like,
sucks.
and they were like, "Hey, no auto parts store by here has a battery for you." So I
What?
had to go. Like, apparently,
What kind of
my-
car is it?
You forget he drives a little Hot Wheel car. It's not a real
Yes,
car
pretty
anyway.
much. Yes.
What kind of car is it?
2015 Chevy Spark.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, okay.
So I had to go way to Hialeah, which is like 30 minutes away, to go find a battery for my car.
You had to go where?
Hialeah,
Lake Hialeah?
Hialeah, Florida.
You just out here with Link?
Yeah, he's hanging out and Zelda getting batteries.
Yeah.
His video game Tears of the Kingdom is just blended
Yeah.
in real life at this point.
100%.
Pretty much. I had to
Gotcha.
go way out there to go get the battery. So that
I'm just
took
going to
some
put this
time.
back up.
Did you fall into the depths while you were out there?
Of course. Climb right back out. That's what it felt like. Just the whole experience. It's been a long day of just doing shit I don't want to do. But I did play the Hellboy game.
Uh-oh.
Sounds like your day's getting worse.
Yeah.
What was worse, the battery or the game?
Ugh.
Oh, boy.
oh boy.
It plays.
Good.
That's a
It's a
good
video
sign
game.
that the game plays.
It does
is-
the motions.
It is very pretty. I will say that. But it's a very pretty,
Pretty as in
game.
it looks like a comic book.
Yeah. Like it looks like a really good Hellboy comic book, but it has no depth, no character to it whatsoever. It is just you walking in rooms, in areas, fighting a bunch of bad guys, killing them, and moving to the next area.
Okay, well that sounds fun.
Yeah,
Can down for that.
Ooh.
Is it fun?
Is the combat fun?
You just described No More Heroes.
No.
In plenty of other games.
Yeah.
You go into a room, you kill bad
You
guys.
go into
move
a
on.
room,
Like,
you kill a bunch of bad dudes, you go to the next room and do it again. I'm like, all right.
It's not fun if it's the same
It's not
two bad
fun
guys.
to do it. Okay.
If it's the same two bad guys, and maybe, like I said, maybe if you progress, it gets better. Same two bad guys and the same punch kick combo. It's like,
The internet would disagree because the game has got reviews out today and they're pretty bad.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's disappointing because visually the game looks very
it's
nice.
pretty. It's very,
Yeah.
very pretty. I will say that it looks like a comic book. The cut scenes are just comic book panels. It's like, all right, this is fine. This is cool.
I'm such a sucker for a pretty game. I always
I
have
am too.
been. I always
Yes,
have been.
you are.
Anytime, any game that looks like a cartoon, I'm all in for it. Like I
didn't even have to be, cartoon or comic style. Just anytime something visually catches my attention, like I'll buy it almost anyways, just to see.
Yeah, don't buy it. I say
Okay.
buy it if it's $10. Get it.
Game Pass.
$5.
Nah.
Game Pass, yes,
It'll come
Nah,
with Game
Delvin
Pass.
did that, so you don't have to go through that. Thank you.
that is true.
We
Yeah.
appreciate your services.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, but I like Hellboy, the character, not the game. Game's not good.
Okay.
I did get I don't know. I know Dev saw it. I won Transformers Earthspark,
I saw that.
I don't know what this is.
the new Transformers game.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even know
He-
there was a Transformers game until he won it. It's like, where
he
did
won
this
the-
come
Well, I
from?
didn't know until just now. I thought he won like another toy.
No, I wish with the toy.
No,
But-
Why? So it wouldn't
He won
listen to
the
you when he
code
told you to
for it.
transform?
That too. Yeah. Pretty much. It's interesting because this is the first Transformers game I ever played that has you don't play as Optimus Prime or any other Transformer. You just play as Bumblebee. It's like a pseudo open world Transformers game.
Didn't Platinum make one of those?
No,
Well, you switch through all the different Transformers. This one, you're just Bumblebee.
you're just Bumblebee.
I don't know who
And-
Bumblebee
and
is.
That's the one
The
who's the
Camaro.
main character in all the Transformers movies.
I thought
Camaro.
Optimus Prime was the main character.
He's supposed to be,
No.
but they made it Bumblebee.
He's the leader, but everybody just likes Bumblebee because he's like the kid.
Yes.
Okay.
It's always
All
been
right.
that way, even from the
yellow-
original cartoon.
He's the
yellow
Spider-Man
bug.
of Transformers.
Essentially, yes.
That's insulting to Spider-Man. Don't disrespect
Jeez,
him like
I'm
that.
trying here.
I
I
don't
would
think
never.
it is.
No,
Yes, it is. Spider-Man is cool. But a Volkswagen Beetle is not a cool car.
Okay,
What-
but he's only been a Volkswagen Beetle recently. He was a Camaro before
Let's
that.
not go into
No.
the deep lore of
he's
the
started
Transformers.
as a Beetle. He's a
He's
Let's
started as a
stop
Beetle.
this.
He
Haley,
only was the Camaro
Haley.
starting in with Michael
Haley.
Bay's
I'm sorry.
nonsense.
Haley.
I'm sorry.
strike one. Okay. 100% strike one.
But yeah, it's based on the cartoon, the newer cartoon that came out on I think Paramount Plus.
Yes, and
Jack
everybody
says
tells me
he's-
I should watch the cartoon.
It's
Jack
pretty
says
good.
he's the Gohan of Transformers.
That is pretty accurate.
That's accurate.
That is very
makes
accurate.
way more sense.
That makes way more sense.
Look at my son.
Good job,
Good job,
Jack.
Jack.
Your
He
mother's
carries the
raising you
weight for me.
well.
I got that.
Yeah,
I don't know
she's
about
doing
your
a great
dad.
job because it ain't Johnny.
It sure as hell ain't me.
But it's okay. I'm still in the early levels of it. I'm interested to see how it like opens up. Because it seems like a semi-open world. And there's never been a Transformers game that's open world. So I'm kind of interested in that part, if that's what it is.
What do you mean open world? Like you just have like random missions you can go around and do?
Exactly.
Are
Random
there
missions.
world activities? Are there things happening? Like what
Well,
what makes it open world?
As I'm like driving around this empty desert area, there's like random
Alright.
Transformers you run into, and they're like, "Hey, can you go find this racetrack or something like that?" Like, oh, okay, I can do this, and you go race on this track, or they like, "Hey, it's these Decepticons in this area," and you go in this hub area and fight Decepticons, and then you keep going on. Like, oh, that's interesting.
Is it like Kakarot?
Not as open. It's
Okay.
more like I'm trying to think what's the open world game like that. I don't even know.
All right.
I'm
So
trying
it's
to.
semi-open.
It's
You've got an
semi-open world.
area, and there's things you can go do.
Yes.
Like, are there
In
different,
places.
are there different hubs? Like, for example, like Rise of the Tomb Raider, where you move between different hubs, or is it just one area?
It's what from so far from what I've seen is one area, one big
Okay.
like, not desert, like I guess it's kind of like desert, like Nevada type area that you're just driving
That'd
through.
be desert.
Yeah.
Not desert,
Yeah,
but
I
you know,
mean-
like Nevada.
I mean, like Nevada.
trying to
makes
think.
sense to that desert.
Yeah, it's not like it's like Nevada.
Okay.
It's not like
All right.
it's not the
Okay.
desert like
Saints Row.
Yeah, Saints Row type area.
I gotcha. All right.
I agree, Yarden. They need to bring back Fall of Cybertron. And that series.
I agree too.
Those games were fantastic.
The best.
Donnie.
Donnie knows nothing about Transformers, so this makes sense.
So much.
That is,
I'm watching
That-
the gameplay launch trailer for this game that I
Tell me what it's like,
no
Dev.
idea was coming. I mean, it's kind of like Kakarot to the point where you're playing this one character. It's this story. It's open world. You got little areas you got to go through and do missions and stuff. It's typical action adventure type game,
Yeah.
but it's Transformers.
All right.
And it's
Brawler,
cool.
you know, you've
Brawler.
you got some guns, you got some combos.
I'm sorry. Did you?
You got
just
some
say
light
it's
platforming.
Brawler?
Brawler.
There we go. Thank you.
Yeah.
Did you
Sounds
Donnie, did you play the other Transformers game that they had that
You
Platinum
know I
made?
did. Certainly did.
I think you might actually like the Platinum one.
I loved it. It was the best.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, this is definitely geared at like the children
Hey.
who have watched the show though more than anything.
Hey.
That is
else.
correct.
Alvin, why did you even ask?
Because I know he likes Platinum games, or some Platinum games.
Yeah.
I mean-
no, there you go.
He likes
And-
some platinum games.
And that was one
Some
of the
platinum
good ones.
games I don't like at all. Some
that-
platinum
yeah.
games I hate
Yeah. And
openly.
And the Transformers one was one of the good ones. That's why I asked that.
Hey, I'm watching Fall of Cybertron. This junk looks like it's like Gears.
Yeah,
Very
that's pretty much
industrial.
what it is.
Got like a sword and stuff.
It is very industrial.
It's
yes.
pretty much like Gears, yeah. Except you
This
don't
is
have
not
the,
what I had in my mind when you were describing the game.
Yeah, that's Fall of Cybertron.
Oh, this is dope. This might be like the Armored Core game that I wanted.
Yes, it's really good. Fall of Cybertron and War for Cybertron are really good games.
I don't know anything about this, but it looks fun. Maybe I'll get it for Jack and take it for a spin.
There you go.
But I don't know if you can find those games really.
They
Can you
have
not
them.
find it
I thought he just won it. Did it just come out?
No, that's
No,
the
the
old
new
one.
one-
This is the new one is Transformers Earthspark Expedition.
Fall of Cybertron is the one.
My bad. I
The
thought
older
even,
one.
Well,
what the
Cybertron was on like PS3.
what's it called? Earth?
Earthspark.
Transformers Earthspark Expedition.
Yes,
What in the Power Rangers?
exactly.
Basically.
What in the Power
Looks like the
Rangers?
map is pretty big too.
Wow.
Oh,
Hey,
okay,
so
now
you know
this
what?
does look like what Delvin was explaining. Okay, I'm on
Yes.
board now.
Yeah.
I wasn't tracking.
So I
Oh,
I
this
just
looks
looked at
way
the-
worse.
Oh yeah,
that looks-
but
that
to
looks
be
terrible.
fair, there hasn't been a good Transformers game in a while.
Oh, I'm not buying this for Jack at all.
No,
This
you-
looks terrible.
Buy War for Cybertron.
This
or
looks
Fall of
like
Cybertron.
Skylanders.
Yeah, it looks like that.
Yeah. Art style, everything. Yeah. Graphically, yeah, absolutely.
War for Cybertron or Fall of Cybertron are the games you get, or Transformers Devastation. Those are great games.
Devastation was good. My son
You're
loves that
throwing
game.
all these Transformers games at Donnie, and he's just like, nah.
It's fine.
I may have them. I've never known Jack to be a Transformers fan until he talking about somebody being Gohan or whatnot. So, man, he might have them. I don't know.
Yeah. Don't
Maybe.
buy any of the movie tie-ins. They're terrible.
Wouldn't know what they are.
I mean,
There you
when
go.
are movie tie-ins ever?
I'm not
good?
buying anything. Let's be clear.
Yeah, that's good.
If it's on Game Pass, I might download it. I ain't buying shit.
Oh, Jack does have a Xbox, doesn't he?
He does.
So I think the Activision games are on there. The Fall of Cybertron and War for Cybertron are on Xbox.
Well, if they're not on there, they might be soon.
If I remember correctly, they're still on there. You can just buy them for like $20 or something like that. And they're very
Solid.
good games.
Sweet. Play anything else, Delvin?
No, my life's
Just
miserable.
those two not so great games.
Yeah,
At least you
pretty
have
much.
Spider-Man to look forward to in a couple of days.
Yeah, I've been playing Zelda, but nobody wants to hear about that.
Did you play Mirage again?
No, I
I've
haven't
been
had a
waiting
chance
to talk out Mirage, and you haven't played it in weeks. You haven't talked about it since then.
I haven't had a chance to, really.
All right.
You're
I
just
feel
playing
like
really bad games.
Look,
instead.
this is a very small sample, but of like the 5 people that I know have played Mirage, they've all said that to me. like every one of them's like, I played it for a minute and then I stopped playing it. See, you remember I was telling you guys that like I'm a little concerned that we never hear about Mirage ever again?
Yeah.
That's been my thing this whole time.
This is the problem. Mirage came out during a time where you're going to have Alan Wake, Spider-Man.
Yeah, but
Mario.
it's Assassin's Creed though. Like
But
you're
it's not-
making it like it can't live up to Alan Wake. Alan Wake should be scared of going toe to toe with Assassin's
I hate to break
Creed.
it to you. Alan Wake isn't scared. It's not afraid. It's not in fear at all.
Well, it's because this is Mirage and not Valhalla, and not Odyssey,
and that's
not.
the problem. They said,
Yeah.
hey, y'all want this old Assassin's Creed game? Here you go. We're like, we didn't ask for that. They're like, yeah, you did.
No, they asked for it. I very much enjoyed the reviewers that were like, we got what we wanted, and then we realized we didn't want it anymore. Like,
And that's the
at least
problem.
they owned up to it.
That's my favorite line from the Skill Up review that I watched.
Is that the one? I remember one of them. Yeah, they were like, we got what we wanted, and
not hold up well.
Yeah, and that's my thing. I knew what I was getting when I got Mirage, but I'm like, it's not. I like
it is
those
a funny
games.
thing we do, Sean. It is a dumb thing that we, I don't know, pundits we often refer to.
Yes, they're afraid of each other.
I mean, like, if Alan Wake was afraid of
I mean,
anything,
sometimes they are. They're like we do see games literally move out of Windows because they are. They don't
which
want
is
to
what-
become.
which is what Alan Wake said they were doing. They moved out of the way of Spider-Man because it was supposed to be out yesterday
Yeah, it's true.
originally.
Yeah.
And Mario
did
said,
get that
"Give me
little-
all the smoke."
Oh, Mario wants that smoke.
I
Mario doesn't.
appreciate that Sonic was not afraid. Sonic like
I love the
breaking.
idea of
Sonic
somebody
was
walking
also
in.
like, "Yeah, I'm here for it. Screw it."
Somebody leans into Miyamoto. So they just released Spider. Who?
Spider, what?
The-
That's nonsense. Get out of my office. You're fired.
Jack in here going, we want Unity or Black Flag, not Valhalla DLC.
The hell we do. Black
Yeah,
Flag
who's-
can
who's-
kick out
who's
of Black
we-
Flag
we?
and Get the hell up out of
We?
here. Absolutely not.
We? Who's we?
Yeah, who's we?
Now, me and
Unity.
Jack don't see eye. I was making fun of him about this today. Like he's into Black Flag Unity. I like Syndicate and like 3. Like we have very different tastes in Assassin's Creed. We both love Assassin's. He doesn't like Valhalla. I love Valhalla. Like we have very different tastes.
Yeah.
Sean, Jack, why are you here? Go to your room. Go to bed. I shouldn't be talking to my son on the podcast. What is going on here? It's bedtime. You're grounded.
Damn.
Doesn't he
cut
have
off the
school
internet.
in the morning?
He's gonna
Wow.
be listening in and be hearing about Christmas presents and stuff. Get the hell out. Get off the YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah.
Turn off his internet. Oh, that's
Hope you didn't hear
hilarious.
that earlier conversation. I feel guilty there.
Sean, justice for Jack.
Yeah. Well, Jack.
Bedtime for Jack. That's what it is.
Yeah. It is.
Nap time for Jack. You go to sleep, or I will put you to sleep.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, I've only been playing Cyberpunk. There's not much to say
Look
about
at you.
that other than I still love the game.
What level are you?
I think I just hit level 40 and my street cred is 50. I'm just
50's
doing
50,
side stuff.
50 is the max for street cred, so
Mhm.
that's not surprising. I'm like,
Yeah.
on my playthrough I started like before Phantom Liberty came out. I'm like, I just reached level 34 like earlier tonight because we only had like when I woke up and Donnie was like, "Hey, do you want to come podcast?" I only had like 90 minutes, right? So I just threw Cyberpunk on. I'm level 34 and I need like 200 street cred to max it out. So
Yeah. So
I have no idea what level I'm at. Like 0, none. It's not something I really even pay attention to. I just get points and just start assigning them.
yeah,
Fair
I
enough.
typically don't pay attention either. The only reason I even know is because I was like, how do I get a level 5 cyber deck? Like, why am I not getting that? Like, what the
Oh.
heck? So I had to look it up
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, you hit level 40. And I just hit level 40. I was like, all right, good. Now I can
Yeah.
use these better hacks. These
Nice.
level 5 hacks and just
I love the
Right
dev
shot.
is so into it. devs all talking about fucking level hacks and certain. Like he's so deep into it.
Oh,
I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
I did
It's really
turn on.
good.
I did turn on Cyberpunk,
Okay.
and it was funny because I turned it on, and I haven't played it since I beat it, and it bombarded me with a whole bunch of like, hey, we reallocated all of your points so you can like respect your character, and then like, hey, we did all this. Then the phone start ringing off the hook, like, oh fuck this, I'm not doing this right now. It's a lot of stuff, like
A whole lot of things coming at you at once.
yeah, like a whole bunch of calls coming through. Hey, we need you to do this. Like,
You should have restarted the game.
That's why
Life
they told
comes
you
at
to
you fast.
restart, because they told you they were going to bombard you with all of them.
Yeah, I just restarted the game. Just delete the old file and start anew.
that sounds. I don't know if I want to do that.
You level up way quicker, dude.
It's worth it.
I've got, like, you level up super quick now. Like,
I mean, I think you do. I think you want to do it.
You should do it.
You just don't need to do it now. You got all the time in the world.
You got plenty of time. There's no rush.
Do it this summer. Do it next summer.
That's a good point.
do it in
on
December
break,
when there's
you
nothing
know?
to play.
Yeah, nobody needs to be dropping everything for Cyberpunk. It'll be there.
Not at all. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I could probably
It's all
respect
good.
like making a new character and stuff like that. Maybe the
Just don't dismiss
Just start
people
over.
when they tell you how great it is, because it's
no,
really
no.
good. Like it's really good.
What are you?
Did they
Game of
fix
the
the character
decade.
creator? Is the character creator a little bit more better?
I don't
know.
For
No,
I
not
don't
really.
think they changed anything.
No.
It's not much better. It's mostly the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just was like, let me get generic V, but make her a person of color and give her some braids.
Right.
With her purple.
There you
That's
go.
all I did. It's like I'm not even trying to deal with this shitty ass character creator.
I just redid my character. I was playing, and after like 15 hours or so, I was like, this is too familiar. I was like, let's do it all over again. So
I typically forget what mine even looks like until I get her on a motorcycle. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. She has purple hair. Okay.
So you do the motorcycle third person?
yeah,
No, motorcycle is automatically third person. So motorcycle defaults to third person view. That one you usually have to change the camera's perspective. if
I
you
drive
want to
always in third person.
So do I.
I can't
drive
imagine
third
driving in
person.
first person. It's like driving Far Cry. It's terrible.
It's
The
terrible,
worst, right?
But the motorcycle
Who's doing
itself,
this?
Delvin, ever since 1.5 defaults to third person.
Okay,
And
that's
if you
why.
wish to drive in first person, you have to change the camera for motorcycles.
Because when I started playing,
Yeah.
it automatically went to first person. I think that's probably what I
Yeah.
was playing as
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
I do like collecting cars. I have like 10 cars. I'm getting a big fan of the vehicles.
I have not
I-
been collecting cars, but I finally got V's car, like the car that's like in all the trailers and everything. So I got that one.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, this feels right. And I've only been using that car now.
I've got a bunch of free cars and they all have weapons now. It's super nice.
Yeah.
Fire
This
machine
is-
guns at people.
The GTA, man. Like I spent so much time just collecting cars, just filling garages with cars for no reason. Like a damn valet.
Anytime
And then
one
I
of those
wouldn't
guys-
drive them because I'd already parked them and like customized them right the way I wanted.
Yeah.
So then I just leave them there.
So you just treat it
Yeah.
like your real life.
Anytime one of those steal a car missions from Phantom Liberty pops up, I always do it just because of all the like crafting materials you get for it. So.
True. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I haven't even gone back to Phantom Liberty. I'm still in the
Oh
regular.
no, you
just doing gigs.
can get
Oh, I
them
know.
in the like once you start them, they appear in the main world too. So
I've just been doing gigs right now. I'm doing the gigs for Padre, whatever. So I'm just doing all of his stuff. Like, let's just knock these out and see where it takes me. There's been some really crazy missions. Like, whoa.
oh, there's some good ones. I love some of the gigs
Okay.
in this game. Yeah.
Good stuff. Love the game. Having a great time. Can't wait to get back to it.
Nice.
Donnie, what
I'm
you been
also
up to?
I'm also playing. Oh, I tried to play a little Cyberpunk. I haven't played a lot this week. It's just been really busy with work and with family. My daughter at a band competition stuff. Sunday, you ever get? I say you ever get no. Sunday, because I've been busy doing so many things, I tried to get in some time. Like I tried to stay up, and I about damn near fell asleep trying to play. Like I was
Yeah,
just,
been there.
I couldn't do it, man. They'd start talking and like I'd start lolling on and I'd like kind of like lift up again and I'd kind of doze. I was like, I can't do this.
Yep.
I-
So I basically like tried to nap through like an hour and a half of Cyberpunk.
That's like that feeling you're asking about. I get that all the time now after like a super long inventory. Like I had to take a nap after work today because I was just exhausted.
I thought about it myself because I've got to be at work in the morning, like super early. So I thought about just taking a nap and then trying to sleep around the podcast. I play a little motorsport on Friday. I listened to Sean in the chat. I listened to Sean's Xbox show, the Xbox Drive, my favorite Xbox podcast on the internet. And because they were hot off the rage over the Activision deal, so I was listening to them, and I was like, let's play a game while I listen to the podcast. And I was like, you know what? Let's take that Forza for a spin. Let's see what the fuss is about. I got 90 minutes to kill. And it was really good, too, because I think Motorsport is a really good podcast game. Because the only real thing that I have to bring to the show is, well, two things. One, I think the game is really pretty. There have been a lot of things about this game, whether it was visually is good or bad or better than others or better than it used to be or whatever. The game is gorgeous. I'm not even playing with ray tracing. I just went full performance. Give me all my frames. I'm just playing and just playing. I'm like, this is gorgeous. So I'm listening to Sean and them, and I'm doing my laps and I'm doing my upgrades, and I like that it's got it's got a dummy system. It's like, hey, do you just want us to apply your upgrades? I'm like, yep, just do that. I don't care about all this. I'm not trying to balance wheels and shit, guys. All right, this isn't Jiffy Lube. I just want to race. Get me back to the track. So I hit my practice laps. I did my race. I did my pit stops, and I'm racing. I'm listening to Sean and Ryan talk about Xbox goodness, and I'm like, you know what? This is fun. I'm having fun. I'm just grinding out some laps and everything. And then the podcast stopped, and then I started driving around. I probably played it for another 25 minutes after the podcast was over, and it really stood out to me. I was like I need something. There's something felt missing to me, and again, because I'm maybe not into the sim racer type of person. I'm sure other people just kind of, I had two parallel thoughts. If I was really, really focused on trying to set a lap time and do every corner, it was fine. But if I was just trying to get my race in, I felt like I needed music or something. I was like, what's going on? There's nothing there. It's just the engine of the car. And for whatever reason, if you're racing, I don't know how long a race is. I want to say 10 minutes. I don't know. Maybe it was 4 minutes. I don't know. But just hearing that for however long indefinitely that was, it wasn't I didn't find it rewarding. I was I just felt that urge to can I turn on a radio channel? I have that almost the conditioned feeling, I think, from Horizon, because there's so many and not just Horizon. But for me, when I play racing games, and I think you guys have heard me talk about this before, or even just what I call driving games, right? Think Grand Theft Auto, Burnout, I want to listen to the music. I like driving around listening to the music, doing things. And Motorsport definitely made me feel like that was lacking. So if and when I return back to it, because I did enjoy it, just the gameplay, I was enjoying it. It was fun. If I return back to it for more, I think I'll have to find some sort of external entertainment and listen to. Now, I think it's totally, I'm not saying that, I'm not lobbing that as really as a criticism of the game, because I think if you're somebody that's really into it and you're chasing multiplayer leaderboards and you're you probably don't want anything distracting you from trying to set your best times. But I was playing it much more casually, just listening to a podcast, and it really jumped off the page to me.
That's what I do. Even with Horizon, I really like. I think it's the pop music station,
Pulse,
whatever one. Pulse.
Pulse is the
one
best.
that Amy narrates or whatnot. I can't remember what her actual name is. I don't know if it's a real person or just someone they made for the game. But
sure.
Either way, Pulse is the station that I would listen to the most in Horizon. But even if I'm not finding anything I want to listen to on Pulse, I'll just throw on a podcast or whatnot, right? I just, even if I'm playing,
it made me wish that there was podcast apps on my Xbox.
There are.
I want to put Pocket Casts on my Xbox and just be able to play things in the background while I play games.
So there's not Pocket Casts, but there are podcast apps on the Xbox. There's Groove, I believe, which allows you to
Groove. Is that still? That's not a thing anymore, right?
That's a thing.
I thought it was. I'm pretty
that's
sure.
Groove music. I thought Xbox shut that down in 2017 or something.
It's different than the music app, the podcast.
Spotify. This would be the damn bane of my existence is that I am one of those people that have been grandfathered into YouTube. I get YouTube Premium. I get YouTube ads. I was on, before it was YouTube Music, I was back on it was Google Play Music. So all of my old like live tracks and rips and all that stuff has all been grandfathered into YouTube. I can't change. YouTube would have to seriously screw something up for me to change my music listening app experience. So Spotify makes sense. So for the you Spotify listeners out there, I think you're in for a treat with Motorsport.
There you go.
I can't even imagine playing a racing game and there's just no music. Like that just doesn't even compute.
That's the only reason I brought it up is because I noticed it. Like it felt noticeable. Like after the podcast ended, my enjoyment like lessened a little. I was like, oh, so we're just going to do this? like we're just going to race?
I've ever played with racing, like the music
is
is
just going to keep doing laps
out and is memorable. Like,
yeah,
I can't imagine just listening to the engine.
Yeah,
it was just that.
No, thank you. No,
and it's like it's not. And when I was talking to Jack about it, and he hit me with like it's like I felt like it needed like something else, more environmental, more like world noises, more like fan roars, like it just felt a little barren. Like it just felt empty. Like there was like empty silence that needed to be filled with something. There was like room for some sort of audio to be here. And that I don't know why, but I just, that's how I was feeling.
It's the Red Dead Redemption 2 of racing. A whole lot of empty.
But it was fun. I was enjoying it. I had a fun time. It was my first ever motorsport experience. I have never played a Forza Motorsport. Even though I have them in the library, I've never taken them for a ride.
Apparently all the other ones have music.
Really?
I was looking it up trying to find out like what is going on. And the rest of them apparently have music. They just took it out of this one.
That's interesting.
The original series of Motorsport did have music.
I
don't know why it's not in the.
I was wondering if it was like something I could turn on. I didn't go diving trying to find it, but I was wondering if maybe I missed it or something. Maybe you got to get into like a certain, like you got to get into like a certain like race, like a certain license or whatever, and then you would get music. I didn't know, but
and I took it out because they wanted you to focus on the driving.
Yeah, I get. That I get. Like we hear I'm reading the stories coming from Seth where he gives us these updates in the Xbox channel, and I imagine that's the last thing he gives a crap about, like he's like, I don't want damn music. He'd probably turn it off.
Yeah. He's trying to get these time trials.
He set pole. He set pole. He was super excited to set pole position.
What is this?
I was like, yeah, I don't really care.
Yeah. So I'm looking it up, and this is a question that's very popular. And so it was. Well,
at least I don't feel so alone.
Yeah.
Literally, someone was like, "Where did the music go?" And someone goes, "Thankfully, it doesn't exist." And
that's something I think it's probably just the fans of this game probably don't want that.
I don't understand why you wouldn't just give them the option to turn it off.
Turn it off. Yeah.
Like don't deprive the casual players of music to listen to. Just give the players who want to focus on the times the option to turn it off. Like even Need for Speed does that, and it's not like a hardcore racing game.
Does the music distract you from focusing on the time that much?
Apparently,
no. I mean, not for me. It's like, and it's not just
these hardcore racers.
Here's the thing:
have their setups built.
Here's the other thing: it's not just like a video game thing for me. Every time I drive, I have music on. Like I almost feel like I settle in and just drive better when I have like background. Like I become, I don't know, like more like muscle memory. Like when I have something going on. So like I feel that urge to have something playing whenever I'm driving. Ever. Like real life, video game.
Yeah.
That's common, because let me put it this way. Like my boss has openly told me he does not listen to music ever. Yet he makes sure to always have music on in the car because he just does not like driving in silence.
Yeah, yeah, same. Neither do I. So
I don't want to hear a damn engine.
Yeah,
put on this music.
Yeah.
So outside of that, I did have a good time. I don't want to focus so much on this one thing. It was just something I noticed. I enjoyed it. It was a fun game. It was a very beautiful game. I'm excited to get back to it at some point. I was even digging like my little grindy progression, like just keep getting little parts, getting a little better, a little faster. It'd be nice to get more cars, because I didn't particularly care for the car that I liked or the car that I got at the start, but I'm assuming that's part of it, right? You get bigger, better, faster cars, so you feel that progression.
When you play.
Yeah, of course. so last week on the podcast, I told you I got the Android Shield TV from NVIDIA. And then like the next day in the Discord, I alerted our Discord that I was sending it back because I was trying to get Game Pass on it, which I did. I was having all kinds of issues with controller syncing. I would play it, it would boot up, and then like all of a sudden my controller would just turn off. And I was Redditing about it, and people have said that like because it's not officially supported, apparently it's got all kinds of issues. I also couldn't get, I got Grand Theft Auto on it, but I couldn't get it to play. Like it kept looking for touchscreen controls, and same thing for Retro Bowl. And I was like, oh, the hell with this. Like Jack knows, I sat there for like 3 hours messing with it. And I was like, I'm just sending this back. And Dev hit me, with the truth. He's like, man, if you just don't get a Series S. And I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna. You're right. And I just didn't want to spend the money. Right, I got the Android TV for I think $170. It was on sale, and I was like, the new Series S is $350. That just seems like a lot for like what is going to be mainly a streaming box for me. It's for the television in the bedroom. But if I'm going to spend $200+ like I'm of the mind, I'm like, well, I should be able to game on it too. like I'm not spending $200 on a streaming stick. Otherwise I'll just get an Apple TV or something. So I immediately started shopping, and I did get a Series S. I got a Series S on eBay for $170 with taxes and shipping and everything. It was $180 flat. It was like $180.50. It's the white Series S is right over here over my shoulder. And once I bought it, I had the intention of I want to put some emulators on it, like I've seen some of the emulator people.
For every other little box you get.
Yeah, so if you guys didn't know this, you can pay a small fee to turn your Xbox into a development kit. You have to register as a developer with Microsoft. And then if you turn your Xbox into a developer kit, you can put certain x86 programs on the console. And if you just happen to do that, they can happen to read certain ISO files that you might put on there as well. And today I shared some screenshots of me playing NCAA football, or maybe some God of War, or some Mario 3, or, some Hot Shots Golf on the little Xbox, which is pretty...
Sometimes you gotta do crimes.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Because it fell off a truck.
Yeah,
As Grubb says, do crimes.
Do crimes. Yeah. It was a fun experiment. It took a little longer than I expected. It is a lot of like hopping through menus and support things and all this stuff. They have like their own development portal, and you got to do file transfers and, all this nonsense. But once I got up and running, RetroArch is pretty simple. Like things, these are ROMs I already have, and as Dev alluded to, I have them on so many other devices. They're very quick. It was a thumb drive. It was like thumb drive, stick it in, and voila, we're playing games.
This is a business venture for you. Just start getting these boxes.
Maybe for Garrett.
Start throwing them on eBay, and
But what I will tell you,
game habit.
For anybody out there thinking about doing it, you are a YouTube search away from finding an instruction video on how to do it. I'll try to answer some questions. The question I often get, and this is the first question Jack gave me, does this impact you playing the Xbox? Like, can you still have Game Pass? And so you can. It works like if you were dual booting a system, like if you had two operating systems, there's like a dev channel that you can add, and then you switch over to it. And when you're in the dev channel, you can't do a lot of things you can do when you're on the consumer Xbox channel. So you got to switch over and then launch the launcher, and then you can play those games. And then when you're done, you switch back over to retail mode, and then you can play Game Pass. Reddit told me that you shouldn't be in the preview program if you're doing this, because it can really screw things up. People have had consoles brick, so I got out of that. Also on the Xbox development side, when you exit out of the UI, there is a box that is automatically checked to wipe the drive upon exit. So if you're just exit and click, you can, they make you uncheck it. So I would highly recommend, and if you look for a guide, you'll probably find somebody to tell you to do the same thing. There are other little software apps that will safely boot you out of the system, so you don't even have to bother with that you can load onto it as well. So I would go out of my way to make sure that you have that. But yeah, for $170, I got the box that could. I got all my streaming apps, my performance. I got Game Pass, both native and cloud now. And I've got my Grand Theft Autos and my Red Dead Redemption and all my back catalog. And I've got a couple of my fan favorites. I can play NCAA football until we get a new NCAA football game. I can do everything on it except for Android, basically.
Doing crimes with Donnie.
It's been fun. It was a fun experiment. Fun little experience.
Dope.
It made worth buying the series. Having a Series S of my own made me really appreciate backwards compatibility. Not that I already didn't, but like, you know, you're limited on file storage, right? So I did get an expansion card for $60, and I'm waiting for it to come in the mail. And I was like, well, what can I put on here, right, with my 500 gigs of space? And to be honest with you, a lot. I've downloaded 50 games on it already, and I think I have 200 gigs free. But I downloaded a ton of like Castle Crashers, Geometry Wars, Assassin's Creed 3, Far Cry 3, Gears, you know, stuff from like 360, early Xbox One, like lightweight stuff, arcade games.
10 gigs.
Yeah, I downloaded like a little Pac-Man game that I just bought. By the way, for anybody out there, Xbox is running a Spooktober sale or a Spooktacular sale. There's like, honestly, like everything's on sale. I always feel that with Xbox, but like this sale, everything Capcom is on, like if it bleeds, it's on sale. Not even if it's scary. Like if it just has blood in it, it's on sale. Dead Island's on sale, Resident Evil, everything's on sale. But yeah, that's more or less it. I'm happy with my little box of good. I was updating it and, you know, for my, not that anybody cares, but let me, since Dev's here and me and Dev can geek out, you know, my wife for my birthday got me this portable screen right there, the little thing that makes a world of difference for something like it's so easy. You know, just pop that thing right next to the console. I'm sitting here working while things are loading and everything, and I can just pop over there, hit a couple things with the controller, pop back over here, do the work. Like I don't have to hook it up to a TV and bounce back to a lap. Like it's very convenient to have the little
screens are so great for
and
troubleshooting.
it looks nice. Like I played like 2 hours of Fable 2 today after I got it all set up. I just started playing Fable and just kept playing. And like it looks nice. Honestly, if you were traveling like a Series S and like one of these little portable screens, and I know they make like a screen that like attaches to the thing, but like this portable screen is like $60-$70, I think. You know, my wife got this for me as a gift. Like it's nice. It's a nice little accessory. So I had fun doing the crimes, as Jeff Grubb would say.
Very nice.
Yep.
Well, now that we've got all of that out the way, Donnie, let's get into the news.
TikTok of the week.
Yeah, my husband turned into an old man. What you say? But man, every time I leave the house, I get fucking mad. Just people just in the way and everywhere. God damn it, man. I just wish everybody just get out the fucking way, man. Like just pull over, park, nigga. Goddamn, man.
It's okay. It's okay.
Train coming and shit.
We almost home.
Look at it.
Yeah, I feel him.
Right?
I can relate.
Every time I leave the house, I get fucking mad.
Yeah, that's about right.
That's why I stay home. All right. The big news that's not so big anymore was after the podcast last week, we can finally say that it's over. Xbox has finally closed their deal with Activision Blizzard King. They've already started. Well, all right, so I'll read this. Not so fast, the FTC says, as they've announced they will continue to fight the merger, having scheduled an appeal to the deal December 6th.
God damn it!
Citing the inclusion. Someone needs to get them the Boys of Men album, because I just feel like they're just, you know, till the end of, you know. So, the spokeswoman for the FTC says the FTC continues to believe that this deal is a threat to competition. So, yeah.
No.
So, we did learn that Bobby Kotick will be leaving at the end of the year.
Hallelujah.
That's good.
You got that applause track? Yes. Yes, that's what we were looking for. Fantastic.
I can't hear that.
That's okay. I can. That is like the best news. I was kind of worried that he would just like stick around like in the background for a while.
Try to pull a Vince McMahon.
Yeah, like he's just like on a board somewhere, and I was like, so maybe he'll go be the CEO of another game publisher that's looking for a new prez. I'm just saying. I wouldn't be surprised.
No.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, they wouldn't have that.
I hope you're right.
Huh?
No.
I feel like he walks in and he's like, you see the money you're making? I can double it. Like, they're like, you got the job.
Sony's got too much pride
that
for that.
guy.
Do
I
they?
hope you're right. I hope you're right.
They ain't have to.
He's open. He just needs to go away. But for the rest of the world, this deal is closed. Xbox has already had they had their welcome trailer. They already had their interview with Phil. Didn't the stocks officially merge on Wall Street? It's done. At this point, if the FTC wants to overturn it, they're gonna have to pull these companies back apart.
It's a wrap.
Which is it's much harder to do than trying to stop them from merging.
Yeah. On that official podcast, the Xbox official podcast, Phil spoke to a panel and addressed some of their questions. First being Game Pass. He said that if they were going to put the Activision games in Game Pass this year, they would have told them to, and he would tell us, and that he basically said what Activision said is true, that you can expect the Activision Blizzard King games to show up in Game Pass sometime next year. So, no Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 in Game Pass at this time. You have to buy that one.
Absolutely not. So
Yeah, of course not.
Yeah.
And we talked about this when people were asking us when we thought the games would show up. And
I said
They all said next year. I think
I only pulled from Bethesda because that's the only thing we have to go off of. But they bought Bethesda in September, and I think we were going over this in the Discord. There were a couple games that came out on Game Pass, like Doom Eternal, I think, and ESO maybe. But the big article with the image of all the 20 game boxes and the thing that people are thinking of, that didn't come until March, right? So September to, and the only reason I remember that is it's right next to my birthday. It almost happened, I think, on my birthday. And that's when, I just figured that it would take some time. And then as Phil added to it in his interview, he was with Bethesda, we had a lot more time to set things up ahead of time to speed it along. He's we didn't really know this deal was closing until recently. So apparently they're further behind the 8 ball on the Activision side. But I expect at some point next year, we will get that big splash image that everybody wants. All the Call of Duties are now available over Game Pass,
And Skylanders for Kevin.
If it were me, and I said this during the Bethesda one, and they didn't do it, so again, I don't think they will. If it were me, I would spread it out. They literally just shot everything with Bethesda on one day. They're here it all is. Here's your library, and I guess it was very exciting. But if it were me, especially if we're talking about a lot of backwards compatible games that people maybe already have or already played, man, why didn't you just take 5 of them and just dump them every month? You just get 5 more. Do the Nintendo Switch Online type thing. I thought that's what they would do with Game Pass. I mean, with Bethesda, because I felt like that would make Game Pass feel more robust, full for a longer period of time, and they just didn't. But if it were me, it almost feels like Call of Duty would cannibalize each other, right? If you hit it and you're here's 19 Call of Duty games, well, which one do I play? And then if you just go here's 2 Call of Duty games and a Tony Hawk and something else, and then next month there's 2 more Call of Duty and then every month people are playing the new one, right? You just kind of keep people playing.
Pad the Game Pass library, just spread it out, spread the wealth. That way you don't have those months that look like crap. It's a bunch of games nobody really wants to play. You throw a good Activision game in there and it kind of just spruces that month up,
Yeah, and to be honest and to be forthright, I already own all these games. So I'm not waiting on them to come. So maybe that makes me more, I don't know, patient. I just think that would be best for the service and the subscribers, keep that hype, that that enthusiasm going. Keep it going.
Yeah. It makes it feel like a thing's happening the entire year versus just this one event. It makes the entire year feel like an event.
Yeah. So that would be me, but we'll see what, that means nothing. We'll see what they'll do. On Call of Duty, he did say that we have no goal to somehow get you to buy an Xbox using Call of Duty. We want feature parity as much as possible on all platforms.
Yep.
which is
Another
what they've
interview.
said the whole time, and good for them, and that's awesome.
As it should
So
be.
no
He's
more
like, I just
skins
like-
and betas and all that. He
None
even
of that.
addressed that. He was like, "Look,
Mhm.
he's like, we have the beta right now." He said that was not available last week when everybody else was playing it. He's like, "We've been on the opposite end of those deals where we've gotten it early and stuff." He's like, "I just don't think this does any good for anybody."
Yeah,
He's like,
it
so-
doesn't help the Call of Duty, like that actual Call of Duty audience. Like it doesn't.
Right.
This isn't a game that needs to be split through platforms. People who play Call of Duty, just let them have it. Like there's no need to give preferential treatment to those who are playing on PC or playing on PS5 versus Xbox. Like the Call of Duty audience just wants to play Call of Duty, so just make it the same across the board, and you make
Yep.
that audience happy. Give them what they want. It's fine.
Phil also said that he's heading out to meet the teams in person. So he's going to be going to the different studios and meeting them in person. And he made a comment, which might be thrown away. But he said, I want to understand what they're passionate for. I want them to make things that they're passionate for. Maybe reading between the lines too much, but my takeaway from hearing that is if they don't want to specifically just work on Call of Duty forever, like maybe there's some wiggle room for them to tell him that. Again, I don't think that people that don't want to work on Call of Duty are suddenly going to stop working on it. I don't think that's going to be the case at all. But it's nice to hear that, like, it sounds like he wants to let studios get back to focusing on like the things that make them want to be game developers. I do think that's important for attracting talent. It's much harder to attract talent if you just tell them where you're going to make Call of Duty for your entire career here. If there's the prospects of you're going to work on Call of Duty, but every third year, whatever, you're going to work on something else. Like maybe there's a bit more wiggle room to attract different types of talent.
I loved that quote when I was watching the interview. I was like, this is great. Like, find out. Let's get back to making games that people enjoy making and want to play. Like, you look at, for example, just using Bungie. Like, they play the shit out of Destiny. The people who actually make that game, like, they really, really like their game and play the shit out of it. You need to find people who are just excited about what they're making and want to put 2,000 hours into it. Like, because when you find people that are that passionate about what they're making, you're going to get better games.
Sean says, laugh out loud. People talk about this stuff like they're handcuffed to the chair that has them working on Call of Duty. Is that us?
No, he's talking about like the general public and how like Activision, at least this is my interpretation of Sean's comment, that like the general public talking about Activision is just like,
I mean,
they're only allowed to do COD, which currently, yeah, because look at Vicarious Visions, which is now Blizzard Albany, but like they did really well on Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2 remake, and then just got shuffled into being a support studio because Tony Hawk the remake didn't do very well, despite the fact that it sold enough, but it wasn't making COD money. So
yeah, and I mean, we have seen all of their studios basically get put on support work for Call of Duty because it's what makes the money, and it's not just what it's what makes the money. So getting support staff is getting harder to do. So it's kind of twofold. But I am personally hoping, as we've been saying for 2 years, this story has been going on this long. We're here 2 years later. Yeah. It's been a long time, right? I've been saying this whole time that I hope it means that we get more different games out of them somehow. I don't know how they're going to do that. If it were me, I would make Call of Duty a biannual franchise.
Yeah,
I would have to come out every other year.
Every year, yeah.
Let Blizzard Albany work on the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3.4 remake that was literally referenced in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1.2. So
yeah,
let them do it. You know they want to.
So he'll be out there meeting with everybody, flying around the globe, meeting all the Activision partners, and there'll be more to come in 2024. But hopefully, maybe this is it. We've reached the end, but we'll see what the FTC has to say.
Yeah. The FTC's going nowhere. They're just wasting federal funds at this point.
Game Pass games, Like a Dragon Ishin is out now. F1 Manager 2023 is out tomorrow. They just laid off a bunch of people, by the way.
Oh,
Skylands 2 is out on the 24th. That game did terribly. Dead Space comes to Game Pass via EA Play on the 26th. So that's good. Spooky horror game right on time for Halloween. Frog
Okay.
Detective.
Waiting for that one forever.
Sean,
one?
that's so funny. I'm laughing because I mentioned that the FTC is just wasting federal funds.
Oh, I
and
got
Sean
you.
goes,
Yeah.
Yeah, not our federal funds. So go hard, FTC.
You know what, Canada? Y'all can kick rocks.
I wonder what they even call their FTC.
We don't have one.
There you go.
It's the Broadcasting Standards Act or something like that. There's
The
That
Maple
sounds about
Syrup
right.
Commission. That's what it is. It's the
The
Maple Syrup.
real Canadian trade commit, Headbangers Rhythm Royale on the 31st, Jusant on the 31st, and then an Xbox Game Pass perk this month. You get 75 days of Crunchyroll for free
Oh, that's good.
by logging in with your Xbox account. We've got game reviews out this week. It's a big week in video games. Spider-Man has reviewed extremely well, coming in with Open Critic, Metacritic of 91. I told myself
It
this
dropped
morning
to
that I was
90.
going to recheck these, and I didn't because I've been
It
messing
dropped
with
to
this.
90.
Spider-Man's
It's
at
a 90
90 right now.
Okay.
It's at 90.
Anybody want to double check the Mario one on me? Because I've got
give me-
Mario
hasn't
Wonder at
It's
92,
still
93. Okay.
Give me a sec.
It was at like 95, I think. Kyle shared screenshots. It was a 95.
Super
I mean,
Mario
not
Bros.
that it
Wonder
matters,
is
but
93. Marvel Spider-Man 2 is a 90.
okay.
Looking at Open Critic right now.
We don't care about Open
Mario.
I was doing both. I wrote 92, 93 because it was one and the other, and I think on
yeah.
both earlier 90 it was 91 for Spider-Man. Sonic Superstars was a 75.
Okay, on Open Critic, which is just the one I clicked through from the Fantasy Critic website, Mario Wonder is at 92.
Okay. I was way off on Sonic Superstars. Just
We all were.
way completely off.
People
Do you
just don't
think
like
you're gonna
Sonic.
get-
Maybe
what it boils down
so.
to. They
Like
don't like
I
Sonic.
swore that this was going to be the one. Everybody that touched it had nice things to say about it. It previewed very well. It was back to like original Sonic. It looked good. It ran at 60 on Switch. They had the movies. Like I had everything going for it. I would have bet you $100 it was over 80. I would have bet you like at least 80.
with Sonic, a 7 is like a 9.
Okay, yeah. To quote Delvin Jr., Sonic 75 is the 100 for Sonic at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just convinced people just really don't like Sonic. Like,
Or maybe they think they do. It's like the Mirage.
Yeah.
Like they think they do, and so they
it's
get
like
it.
They think they do, and they no. You know what? I don't even think they do because Sonic games just never score high. Like critics
Yeah.
just don't like Sonic.
Critics
Yeah,
don't like
maybe
Sonic.
so.
That's all it is.
I'll still get it. Still get it on Black Friday at some point. Some quick headlines. I wanted to get into this today, and again, I was just too preoccupied. But Alan Wake has a 20-minute playable recap in Fortnite. So if you boot up Fortnite, you can play a whole Alan Wake chapter that'll give you a recap of the first game in Fortnite.
That is
And
weird.
you know what's funny?
I
You're
don't-
not limited to playing as the Alan model. So it's been very funny to watch videos of people playing as like Isaac Clarke
Batman and
or Batman,
Goku.
or Rick
Optimus
Grimes.
Prime, baby.
Yeah,
Bumblebee.
like using the flashlight to open the doors and stuff. It's very funny.
That's wild. I wanted to log in and try this. I downloaded Fortnite just to do this for the podcast, and I just didn't get to it. But the thing that I wanted to ask everybody, do you think this is them testing like some sort of like future with Fortnite, that they're like thinking about like having more tie-ins like this?
Yes.
Like beyond like custom, like beyond skins and things like that, they can actually get in and have like some actual other game crossover content in their game. They're using Fortnite as a delivery platform.
That's cool. I think they should.
I think they are. I think
You're like, you don't need the Epic Store. We'll just put all this shit in Fortnite and you log into Fortnite and do it.
Yeah.
Through the Epic Store.
It's wild. It's pretty wild. Pete Hines announced that he's retiring from Bethesda after 24 years of doing it.
Uncle Pete.
He said, "You know what? You won't let us put games anywhere else, Microsoft. I'm out."
That's my favorite thing that people are like, this is why he's leaving. I'm like, no, he's just leaving
No, it's
because
not.
he's
He's retired.
just leaving because he wants
It's
to
time to
retire.
retire, yeah.
That's it.
He's
Like,
probably very
Get
well.
your money, homie. Get your little retirement
compensated.
money.
I give
Chill out.
him 5 years before he goes and tries to start up a new studio or something because he's bored.
He just does communications, though. He doesn't do studio work, right?
He did studio work before.
Did he?
Before
Okay.
the communications director, I'm fairly certain he did
Yeah.
studio work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, good for him. I imagine his contract's up, and he decided to go home instead of renewing or whatever. I always liked him, kind of as a voice for Bethesda. He always kind of perked up and paid attention when Pete Hines talked, but that comes from years of like E3 interviews and stage shows, and does that matter anymore? Nobody's doing any of that anymore, so I don't know.
Fond farewell, Uncle Pete.
Yeah.
Not my uncle.
And rumor control. PlayStation has patented a controller that will store and charge wireless earbuds.
Hey, way to kill the battery faster.
Wow, I didn't take that one.
Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense. Like, why
I would imagine it wouldn't charge if it wasn't connected to external power.
I don't know.
Which
Like,
makes
why-
absolutely no sense. Then why is it even in there? Because if I have to plug it into something else to charge it, then I'll just plug the headphones
No,
in.
because you're only plugging one in. I think the idea. I mean, I get this. I'm actually surprised all three of you went with that take because I
I didn't go with no take.
maybe it's just me. I totally got the idea. It's like you have earbuds that you're always playing your games on, and instead of having yet another thing to plug in and charge them on, you
put it
plug
on
them
the
into your
case.
controller, and then when you're done, you put your controller on the charger, and
And
when you
charge
come
both
back
of
to
them.
play,
First off-
you take your headphones
first off-
back out, and you're ready to go.
Who's
If you're
charging
playing
anything?
with earbuds, you're doing it wrong. And
I
please,
knew you were
stop
going
it.
to say that. I knew you were going to say that.
Earbuds,
But also,
come on. You
As
can do
Team
that.
Earbud, don't listen to Dev. If you got
first
earbuds,
of all,
you
not
listen
for
to
gaming.
however you want to.
Not for gaming. Don't do that.
I have the
treat
Arctis
yourself better.
Pro. Why would I
I've got really nice earbuds, man. I've got
You
incredible earbuds.
Doesn't
No,
Sony
that's
sell
not-
like
You can do
earbuds for
yourself
gaming?
better.
I have very expensive Sony earbuds. What the fuck y'all talking about? I have some really great earbuds.
Do better. You
No.
can do better.
Dev and I don't agree on much, but we do agree. If you're using earbuds, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do better.
Do what you want to do. I don't give a shit.
Thank you, Delvin. Thank you. Now you're just
What you
shaming
wanna
people,
do?
man. Damn.
You
Yeah,
paid
nah,
for them.
I'm sorry.
What you want to
I
do?
can't get behind that. Can't get behind it. Do better.
You didn't buy them. So guess what?
Right.
I don't care.
behind.
I don't
You don't have to get behind it at all.
I'm gonna shame you. You can. Do
You don't
better.
have to say anything.
Anything, not a word.
Nothing's needed.
You know, I can't do that.
You can't let it go?
I can't just sit idly by and let you do bad things. Like you can do better.
People want to live a wireless life, Dev.
Yeah.
You can get better wireless headphones. Than
See,
those
like I
earbuds.
knew he was going to do that too. See,
Yeah,
Get out of here,
I mean,
There's so many better
he's
options for
not wrong
you.
though. He's not wrong though.
So many
You
better
can get
options.
better audio than earbuds.
Well, they made a giant fucking console, and maybe they'll make a bigger one, or you can put your fucking headphones in it too.
Yeah.
Oh
Just
my God.
big ass
Probably.
house size console.
Yeah, you just take the damn side
Probably.
panel off and you put it in there. It's like
the
damn.
headphones in, yeah.
They've got compartments and shit. It's like luggage. It's like a Pelican
Why
case.
not?
The new PlayStation
not?
5 is just a Pelican case with all these damn attachments. You pop off and on.
It's its own travel case. That sounds fantastic.
Yep, comes with wheels because you'll need it. Nobody
Yeah.
can actually lift them on the.
Yeah, you gotta pay extra to ship it. It's gotta have its own seat on the plane. You gotta buy an extra seat for it. You know.
Yeah. So, but I kind of get it. It's pretty smart. Probably lets them upsell a controller. My question was really, is it just a regular DualSense? It's not like an Edge feature? And like, where do they price this?
I mean that also depends on whether or not they actually use this patent because they.
Well, of course,
all the
duh.
time.
We're talking rumors, Haley. Haley coming here with
the-
all this logic. That's if it sees the light of
DualSense
day.
Edge Plus. It's the DualSense Edge
yeah.
Plus. That's what it is.
I don't know.
Nice.
I'm thinking maybe
The DualSense
maybe
buds.
standard
good.
standard DualSense with extra feature, maybe $125.
That's too much.
That's a lot. That is a lot.
That
You know what?
Does it come with the
$95 here.
Does it come with the earbuds for $125? Like, damn, Haley. She put a charging port in there. It's like $125.
She's not
Whoa.
wrong.
95 here.
Okay,
That's how
Jim.
much the controller is.
It's gotta be more than that.
Fucking Jim Ryan Price is right over here. It's $125.
You know, it's for the boutique experience. You know.
Oh, goodness gracious. What if they're like magnets? Like, what if you can like just put your controller next to it and they just like zip up into it?
I mean, that's how most earbud cases
Right.
are. It's a magnet,
Right.
so that makes sense. Yeah.
Delvin would just buy it. That was
Yeah.
like, I gotta have it.
Oh,
They
you
make
know
a
he's gonna buy it.
transformer version.
Delvin's buying this.
They look
Yeah,
like
that's all
little
it takes.
parts and just zip.
Kyle.
Of
Delvin's
course.
gonna buy the Sony earbuds that they're about to come out with.
No, I'm
Nice.
He's
not.
gonna get that. He's getting the Portal. You know, he's getting all that.
Portal. When does that come out?
Ain't November something?
I have no idea.
November
Oh, I just felt like I always feel like it's next, like it should be like next week with all
Why-
the pre-orders
why do
and
I
all
go-
the
I mean,
stuff.
November might as well be next week.
They're selling all that stuff out.
My birthday's in 3 weeks, okay? So
Yeah. So that's the end of the news. Dev, you can do the Rude Day segment.
That's it. Wow. So, Rude Days says everybody got the over right for Sonic with a 75 on Metacritic, making the score 21, 21, and me with 19.
Womp, womp, womp.
He says he'll update the score at the start of the show as Spider-Man 2 and Mario reviews are out and out, but they are fluctuating. He said, look to YouTube chat. So if you see him come through with updates for that, I don't remember what the hell
There it
the
is.
over under was.
right there. He's right
There
there.
you go.
Dev got both
Delvin
overs
got
right.
Both overs. And you got Mario wrong, Delvin. Ha!
There we
bitch.
go. So
I
we
got
all at
Spider-Man wrong. I don't even remember what we guessed. I guess it was a 90. All right.
I don't know. But either way, I'm catching up.
Nice. Yep.
20. I like that it's close.
Yep.
Delvin and Donnie at 22, me with 21. Let's fucking go. It's
That's
not
so
over.
close.
Rat bastards.
All right, Haley. Here's your chance
Dev
to
pulled the
catch up.
Cleveland Browns this week.
Oh yeah. What is this
Ooh,
question?
don't.
19 points?
Yeah.
Son of-
You're still in the game, Haley. You're still in the game.
So over under 78.5 for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. 2018 Modern Warfare got an 80 and Modern Warfare got a 76.
Rude Days. I took the under on 89.5 with Spider-Man. Did I? I didn't see. I don't remember these own things. I mean, I believe you, but
I think we were counter.
was I counter picking?
You're
Yes.
probably counting.
Okay, because I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yes.
Maybe I
We
was
were-
high. I don't know what the fuck I was doing.
we were counter picking each other.
Okay, because I was going to say, I've been saying it all year long.
'Cause I think
Spider-Man's
I
going to
did
be
the opposite
huge.
with
I always
Mario.
thought Spider-Man was going to be big.
Yeah.
So, okay. All right. That makes better sense.
So what's the question, Dev?
Over under 78.5 for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. 2018 Modern Warfare got an 80 and Modern Warfare got a 76.
So this was tough because Call of Duty fans always hate Call of Duty while they play Call of Duty all year long.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, and reviewers
Whoa.
are typically not super Call of Duty fans.
Yeah, I was gonna say they don't, and that's the weird thing. What do we like? I feel like Call of Duty should have two separate reviews. It should have a review for the campaign and a review score
Yeah.
for the multiplayer.
It should.
Because the people who are playing Call of Duty basically are just yelling and complaining about the multiplayer because they aren't even playing the goddamn.
Yeah, dude. Like the Call of Duty Reddit
So
is
ridiculous.
always on fire. It's like I've just learned it more and more over the years. Like people that love and play Call of Duty, they just hate it. They just hate on it constantly. It's like a rite of passage. They just all talk about how terrible it is while they play nothing but it the whole time. It's hilarious. They don't play anything else. They'll just talk about how shit it is. It's always worse than last year. Always.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go over if it's 78.5. I think it'll get 80 or like 81.
I think I'm going to take the over as well. I'll go high.
I'm also taking the over.
I'm going to take the over.
And I'm going to be
Just
on the
based on,
extreme like I was last year where it's like top 4 game for me. I can't wait to play Call of Duty, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's gonna
can't.
be
It comes
awesome.
up. It comes up.
Campaign
comes
is
up the day
awesome.
after my birthday, so
I'll play
That
it in
might be
March when
one-
it comes to the Game Pass.
Honestly, that might be one that I look to take a day and see if I can't just like be away from all distractions and sit down and play through the campaign. I love them, like especially these last 3, but like generally all of them. But you guys know, these last 3 have felt like a movie. It's like going to the theaters and sitting down and like being in an interactive movie. Like the campaigns have been excellent. Just
Yes.
can't wait. I can't wait. The next one is over under 83.5 for Lord of the Rings Return to Moria.
Under.
Rude Days says, I have nothing on this developer's previous game, so have fun with this one.
I'm going under.
I'm going under out of spite.
Yeah.
I'm going under.
I probably should as well, because it's not that I think the game is bad, because I've played it. And as I mentioned before, I actually think it's a lot of fucking fun. And the reason that I would go under is I don't think the Lord of the Rings fan service that's in the game would be appreciated by most reviewers. Not all reviewers, like I'm sure some reviewers, but by most reviewers. But just for the counter pick and the hell of it, I'll take the over. I think 83 is too high. Like I would have taken the over. I would have set the line at like 79.5 because this game does have like 7 just written all over it. Like it just, I can see a lot of people just being, it's good. Yeah, it's a 7. It's good. It's just good.
7s.
Right. So I think the under is that one. That one's pretty safe. I'm just going to take the over for the hell of it. Fuck it. I believe in it. It's a good game. I'm looking forward to playing it. This is, I want to say this. I want to put it on record. For as much shit as this game got in our Discord, like y'all are wrong. It is good. Like if you guys ever play it, you'll see it. It is a good game. I understand you may not like it, but everybody thought this game was like Gollum bad. Remember when you all were giving me shit, we kept talking about Gollum and how terrible Moria was and how it looked terrible on it. Like it's much better than that. It's really good. Like if you like Valheim, you're going to fucking love Moria. Like that's great. Really good.
Who liked Valheim besides
a lot of people? Millions of us love Valheim. What are you talking
here
about?
In PSVG?
Yeah, me.
Here, you and Rob.
Me and Rob. That's all we need.
About Valheim. So
it's me and
again,
Rob.
This game it doesn't mean anything. Nobody's going to talk about it except for you.
This is the Jack situation all over again. Who's us?
Right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, us were the ones telling me how terrible this game was going to be. It's not a terrible game.
Terrible.
If it was a terrible game, I'd tell you. It's not terrible. It's very good.
Glad you enjoy it. That's the main.
They did a good job. If anything, the reason I'll just take the blind shot and hope for the over, it might surprise some people how good it is. Like if there is a reviewer that does like Lord of the Rings, they might be surprised with how deep like the fan service goes because there's a lot of it.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Who cares?
I mean, y'all are 100%. There's no way this game gets an 85.
The only way this game gets an 85 is if Lucy James from GameSpot.
The only way this game gets an 85 is only 2 people review it.
Yeah.
Right.
Which
like
is possible.
all like the game sites review it. There's no way it gets an 85. I'm just going down with the ship. I'm the captain, so I'm going down with the ship.
As you should.
I'm happy to.
Sell that motherfucker to the bottom of the ocean.
Now I put these in just for fun because, gentlemen, the season is upon us. We're about to kick off the 2023-24 basketball season, and Vegas released their over-unders for the teams this year. So I wrote down the lines. We're going to take the over-under, but here's the thing. I've got a catch. Okay. You have to take the over on at least 2 teams.
Okay, that's easy.
You have to. You can't just take under on everybody.
Okay.
Why?
All right. Because I said so. That's the thing. These are my over-unders. I put them in. Listeners at home, you can too. It's not just, it's Rude Day's segment, but you can submit your own. We are subject to all over-unders.
So
and these are mine. That's up to Rude Day. We won't know. We won't know until next year. These can count to next year.
Yeah, they count next year.
That's going to be
that's fine. Yeah, but we wouldn't know. We wouldn't know till the end of the season.
Yeah.
So they can't count, and they can't count until next year.
Yes.
So go ahead.
Are we doing each of these individually, or do I have to pick the over for the Bucks, Boston, and Phoenix all as one unit?
No, they are all set at 55 wins each. That's their over-under line.
Okay.
Because
I'm definitely going under for the Bucks at 55. I feel like they're going to struggle.
So let's start there. Milwaukee. Their line is set at 55.
Under.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll go over on Milwaukee.
It's good.
I'll go bold.
What if I just want to go like at the line? Like I feel like Boston and Phoenix both at 55.
No, that's it's over or under. That's the game.
Yes.
Bullshit.
That's why they give you that's if you feel like 55 is the number, that means they've set the line correctly. Yes. That's the whole point of the game.
Man, clearly.
I will also take the under because I'm a little scared because this is like the first time we've seen Giannis have any sort of injury concerns. I don't know if it's going to linger, but I think that defense is going to take a hit. Mm-hmm. And I think Dame and Giannis can outscore a lot of people, especially in the East. But that defense gets a hit. And here's the thing. They're really thin up front and they're old. And if Brooke goes down for 20 games, or if they lose Giannis for 15 games, or they lose Dame, for a few games,
or they just don't find the cohesiveness. If they don't find the gel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm taking.
Here's the thing.
It's too unknown.
I'll give you a hint. Last year, there were only 4 teams that got to 55 or more.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a rare thing to get to 55. Even though there's 82, it's not normal.
I'm going to take the over on 55 for both Boston and Phoenix.
Ooh, you're going for both. I will also take the over for Boston at 55. I like what Boston's done. I think they're deep. They're insulated against an injury. Even with Kristaps, he's probably going to miss some games, and they'll just roll right in with Horford. Like, they're good. Like, I like what Boston's done. I believe in them. And I hate saying that I hate the Celtics, but I fear the Celtics. They look legit.
I will take the over on Boston and under on Phoenix.
I will take the under on the Suns.
Yeah.
Is Kevin Durant going to play?
Yes.
We haven't seen him play. Team. When's the last time Kevin Durant played 30 straight games?
Long time.
2017? It's been a long ass time since he's just played. So I worry about Phoenix. I do love their role players
because they've got so many other pieces to fit in. So I feel like they're a regular season team. I think they're gonna blaze through the regular season, give people all kind of fits, win 60 games, and then fizzle out in the playoffs.
I mean, if we're getting playoff Durant, watch out. If he's that good, they're gonna be nasty. They're gonna be really good. But I
think he's got enough rest and everything.
They also have to figure out like who's getting the ball and when. They've got a lot of dudes, like a lot of guys that hold the ball. They got to share the ball.
Just get the ball to Booker and KD and just let Bradley Beal eat trash.
Dude, Nurkic is never going to play for them. Like that's the big fear for me as well. Like when's the last time he's just played? Yeah. Dude's been a walking injury for years. So okay.
Yeah. Nuggets. Oh, that's a tough one.
This will be my second over. I'll take the over.
I kind of want to take the over on the Nuggets too. I feel like they're just like Jokic is already locked in. Just cause that's just who he is. He's just gonna show up to work and dominate. And they didn't really lose too many pieces.
Did. They lost Brown, right? Bruce Brown.
They lost one, yeah, but not too many pieces. So I feel like they're still gonna be they're gonna be good. And people are gonna underestimate them and forget about the fact that they actually won the championship last year. Because it's different.
I'll go to over.
The thing with them is, do you think because they won the championship that they come out like a little coaxing?
That's not the mentality of the team.
I was gonna say
I just don't feel like that's not them at all.
Because that happens sometimes. We see it. They'll turn it on in the playoffs. It's been like a LeBron thing for a long time.
And those are those teams with those outspoken players that have big personalities. They don't have any of that on that team. Like they're just a bunch of dudes playing basketball. It's like the blue collar team. It's like Detroit. Like when they were good, we're just playing. That's
why I took the over.
Basketball. Yeah,
I took the over because I think they're going to beat a lot of. You have to be good to beat them. Like they're beatable, but you've got to be really good to beat them. So even in the West, they're going to like just dominate. Like we talked about this last year when they were on the run. And as I remember talking to Delvin about this quite a bit, they're so good. Like their floor is much higher than most people's ceiling. Like even when they're not having a good night, they just get good looks. They make it look easy, So like they're going to be tough to beat night in, night out just because they're just that good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here comes the hard one.
I'm taking the under on everything else.
See, and the reason I put that in there is I thought you might take the under on everything. The next line is the Cavs at 50.
I'm going under.
Under out of spite.
I'm going to take the under as well.
Yeah.
We know, Haley. We know you don't know basketball. It's almost over.
Just
go get something to drink. Go take a bathroom break. You'll be fine. The Cavs under 50 because you guys watch any preseason?
A
Absolutely.
little bit, but not the Cavs.
The Cavs are like suddenly the Warriors. It's very different. They're pushing the pace. They're jacking threes. They're spreading the floor. They won a lot of games last year because of defense. They were number one in defense, and they were dead last in pace. And it seems like their series against the Knicks make them want to flip-flop that. And I think it might help them in the playoffs, but I think it might hurt them in the regular season. I think their defense will be hurt. I wonder what'll happen, like when those shots stop falling, when they're not falling and they get behind like real big, then what do they do? So I just don't know. I also think the East is better. I think Orlando's scrappy. I think Indiana's good. So I don't think the Cavs can feast on the bottom anymore. I think those middle games, Atlanta, Indy, Orlando, New York, those are all, the Cavs are right there with all of them. They're not better than them. They're all in the mix. Like that middle, they're just all going to beat up on each other. So I'd expect the Cavs more like 45, 44, 42, something like that.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
But I got to head out because my wife is sick and I got to go get my daughter. So,
Deuces.
guys, have a great rest of the show. And the rest of these teams, they're all going to be under those, especially the 76ers. They're going to get like 42 wins.
So that's next. Delvin, Philly at 49.
Under.
Harden didn't even show up to practice today.
Yeah. I've already been reading. They talk about trading him to Miami. I'm like, absolutely not. Keep him the fuck away. Keep him the fuck away from us. Like, no.
They trade him for Duncan Robinson. You're like, no, bring Duncan back. Not Duncan. I will also take the under on Philly. I think Philly could be good. If he comes back and plays, they could be great. But it just doesn't look like that's where we're headed. It looks like we're headed to a hard breakup. And like if somebody gets hurt, they're not like really deep. If somebody gets hurt, like it could go, they're on the edge. They're teetering. And if like one more thing goes bad, they could go real south.
Yes.
Like not 42 south, like 31 south. Like it could get real bad
28.
fast. Like if Embiid goes out, which is possible, let's say he misses a month, it could go real bad real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. The number for the Lakers and Golden State is 48.
That sounds like about right. But I'll go under on both of them.
I'll take the over on both.
Okay.
That's interesting. I think the Lakers are stacked, like generally. They're really good.
They are.
And
but
if LeBron is healthy and playing, they're going to be tough to beat night out. He usually wins 50 games most seasons, and they're better this year than they were last year, I think. I think their offseason moves were the best of everybody. I think Reeves is ready to be like a full-time player. And Golden State, they had a hell of a year last year. The dudes punching each other and injuries.
That was
teammates.
a wild year.
I think maybe just not being that year makes them better. I think they're just better. Just another year out of there. Yeah, so I think they're better. I think both of them get like 40. If it was like 49, I might go under, but I think it's going to be right. I think they both get to 50.
Okay.
And then the last ones are your teams. Miami is over underline is a 45, and then so is Memphis's.
Shit. I think I'll go the over on Miami because I think it'll get like 46.
I'll take the under on Miami.
And I'll go the under on Memphis.
I think Miami is the sleeper. Like they are we'll get to 41 and a 7 seed, and then we'll win the first 2 rounds of the playoffs. That
is also very accurate.
They don't give a shit about the placement. So I take the under Miami. Memphis is interesting because, they won like, I think 53 last year.
I think they did. Yeah.
They didn't lose any, like they lost. You could argue their loss was like by addition by subtraction.
Yeah. But I think the league's got a little stronger.
I agree with you. I do think the league is stronger.
And that's why the line is where it's at. Like everybody else got kind of stronger. So.
And who did they add? They added. You still have Rose and Adams. You still got Ja, and he's suspended, right? They got JJJ, Kennard, Brandon Clark, and Marcus Smart. So the question is, do you think Smart helps them get better or worse?
I think he can help them get better.
Yeah. 45 just seems. I'm going to take the over. I'll take the under on Miami and the over on Memphis. And maybe I just believe in Memphis. I believed in Memphis last year until it was like over. So maybe I'm just like a hopeless romantic for the Grizzlies.
Nothing wrong with that.
All right, that's it for the over-under section. Delvin, you can do some questions and we can get Haley back into the show.
Let's get to some questions. Our first question is from Courtney Lalonde. Lele. Like Dave likes to say. He asks, what is the best superhero game of all time?
Infamous.
That's a good one.
I'm going with Infamous 2.
I'm torn between Arkham City or Spider-Man.
I do love Arkham City would be my second answer.
Yeah, Arkham City is pretty good.
You know what? I'll go Arkham City.
Nice.
That's a solid one.
I saw all the questions come in. I was like, why are they asking so many damn superhero questions? And then I saw the statue and I was like, oh yeah, forgot.
Yeah.
It's a time of the year. Forgotten. Yeah. My bad.
Hey, I mean, to be fair, they didn't even know I was going to be on the show, but...
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You know, the funny thing is, I really invited Haley because I thought I might leave early. I wanted to try and speed the show up, and Dev left early.
Yeah, there you go. Well, he got you. Our next question is from Brendan. He asks, what gaming franchise would you display in car form like the pick below? We both seen the pick. I don't know if Haley saw the pick.
I have not.
It's a Peeps bug.
It's a
Volkswagen bug that's made into like a Peeps with like a head on it.
Yeah, like in front of the business.
Okay, so I'm just going to rip off this design because I'm looking at the picture. The first thing that comes to mind is 100% Fall Guys. You just do a Fall Guys head on top of the car and change the color. It's like the same thing.
Well, I'm going to say Alan Wake, but instead of a head, it's just a giant flashlight on top of the car.
Sure.
Does that work?
Sure.
Because, I mean, the only other thing I could think of, and this is just pulling from a fucking movie, is Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift when Bow Wow's car has the fucking Incredible Hulk fist in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we don't need
And the other thing, I was thinking Rocket League. You could do like, but that's just too easy because it's just cars.
It is just cars, yeah.
Yeah.
Give me Gears of War. Big ass chainsaw coming out the top of the car. Like the P-Pen.
Okay.
Nice.
That'd be cool. All right. Our next question from Math Man. No one's going to be able to answer this. What was your favorite game for the Intellivision? I had a blast.
What is an Intellivision?
It's some Tommy Tallarico bullshit is what it is.
The Intellivision is a video game console that was out before the Atari.
Good Lord.
I've only played one game on it, and it was the Smurfs. So
Good
that would have to be
Lord.
my answer.
This is some Player One podcast.
And I was like 4.
Yeah. Johnny's reaction is the best part. Nothing, because I wasn't born.
Yes. So
all right, I got one. Chip Shot Super Pro Golf.
There you go.
Dude, these games look terrible.
Yeah, like I said, this is before the Atari. I want to say this was like.
See, this is why I couldn't have, I would have made the, like, if I had made a game like this, I'd be like, we can't release this.
Yeah, this was around
like, even then, they'd be like, this is the best it gets. I'd be like, it still sucks, though, right? Like, we all agree it still sucks. Like, we're not there yet. Oh my God. There's this game. I'm looking at a blog about the 10 best Intellivision games. I'm looking at B-17 Bomber for the Intellivision, and it looks terrible.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was what they played. See, this is even before my time. So
oh my Lord. Look at this. All right. I got a copy of an image link. I'm going to put it in the chat. Everybody look at this Dracula game.
Okay.
Oh,
I imagine it doesn't look good.
It doesn't even look like legible. Like, what is this? It looks like, is this Paperboy? Like,
that's terrible.
Look at that puddle of water. Yeah. This ain't it, Chief.
Here's this other one.
Oh boy, what do we got?
Yeah, I wasn't playing this.
What the fuck is that?
I don't even know what that is. Is that the Intellivision's version of Pokemon?
Maybe.
This is Treasure of Tarman.
That is
There's like an ant
that is a cockroach.
and numbers.
This is cockroach hunter.
I think that's is that a throwing star?
It might be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. I have no love for games like this. This is how
Yeah.
It's not like the same way for the NES, but like I feel the same way for some of the NES games. Some of them, not all of them. Some of them,
Yeah. This is
like hit me the same way. I'm like, why?
Why
Who's
did
like,
we
man? I remember the days. It was better. Like, are you sure about that?
that's what they had to play.
Ugh.
Yeah. All right. Coach Mo asks, what game are you looking forward to the most? Mine is Madden 25.
Coach Mo got that Spider-Man PS5, and that thing looks sick.
Yeah, it
It
does.
does.
It looks so good. We didn't talk about the news, but D-Brand has their own Spider-Man plates.
Oh, I saw it.
Yeah.
I saw
Yeah.
it.
That was,
I don't like it.
No, I don't like it either.
That wish bullshit.
And it's not even because I don't like deep
Get that the fuck out of here.
I don't like the design on them. It's terrible.
I'm not that big into Spider-Man, but I love like the Spider-Man controller. I think it's a huge improvement over just like the regular DualSense.
I agree.
You know, he showed it next to his Edge, and it made the Edge look awful.
Yeah.
It was like, one of these is good.
I couldn't get my hands on the Spider-Man controller despite trying multiple times. So
That's why I bring up the D-Brand. There's probably a lot of people that are trying to get plates and they can't. So if you can't, well, D-Brand has something in the absence of, you know.
Well, Donnie, there's a lot of people trying to get Jordans and they can't afford them, so they buy the ones with them.
Yeah, you got to get the ones, man. Yeah.
get the layup.
You got to get the pennies.
Yeah.
Coach Mo wants to know what game we're most excited for.
Yes. Mine's still up
Most?
this week.
Alan Wake 2.
Yeah,
Spider-Man
Mario.
2. Mine
Mario.
is Spider-Man 2, then Mario.
Y'all are all wrong. It's got to be Mario. 1,000%. 1,000% Mario.
Spider-Man 2.
It's kind of sad around Shackland. We have listeners that are excited, but like none of our hosts or team members are that excited about Mario anymore.
I'm very excited for Mario 1.
It's just me. There used to be 6 of me. It used to be me and Kev and Jason and Karen. We used to have a whole bunch of us. This is just me.
And you know what happened? They were
Even
so
Rebecca's
excited.
like, fuck Mario.
They were so excited they all left.
they all quit. They all quit. You're right.
Well, I love Mario. I'm excited for it. But like Spider-Man is my favorite franchise. Like,
I haven't read the Mario reviews. I'm glad they're very strong, but I haven't read any.
I will put it this way. I like Mario so much, I may take my Switch with me this weekend. And I never do that.
Oh, I won't be leaving my Switch this weekend. That's all I'm playing. Like Cyberpunk goes immediately to the back burner.
I don't know if you know this, Donnie.
I'm playing Mario this weekend.
I don't know if you know this, Donnie. When I go out of town, the last thing that's on my mind is my goddamn Switch.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
that's all I'll be playing.
Yeah.
36 minutes from now, Cyberpunk and Baldur's Gate both go on the back burner for Spider-Man. So
I can't wait.
Yeah.
It's been too long. I'm ready for some Mario.
I am too. I'm excited for it.
Yep.
All right. Our next question is from the Jacked Up Review Show. He says, what superhero needs more video games to feature in? So I'm
Who's the blue guy in Gotham Knights?
Nightwing?
Nightwing.
There it is. The fucking man. The guy we had to make a game for Nightwing.
Yeah.
He's the guy.
Give me
He sucks.
give me Barry Allen in a game.
Who?
Give me a Flash.
The
The
Flash.
Flash.
Okay. Okay.
Give
Ghost Rider.
Is that just
That's
Sonic?
the answer.
No, the Flash can move faster than Sonic and also like do a bunch of shit that Sonic can't do, like vibrate his molecules through a wall.
Ghost Rider.
You want to vibrate your molecules in a video game?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
kind of.
You need to go vibrate your molecules in private, okay? Nobody needs you vibrating your molecules.
Yes.
Come on.
The answer is Ghost Rider.
I mean the sure,
Ghost
give me
Rider
a
would be cool.
Rider game. I'm down for a Ghost Rider game. The obvious answer is Superman, but I don't know anybody besides Rocksteady who can do it. But WB was like, nah, fuck you.
No, you can do it. Anybody can do it. You just have to make the game.
Press X to vibrate your mullet.
So I was going to ask the chat to help me because I didn't know, and then I totally knew. Yeah, Iron Man.
We're getting an Iron Man game though.
We've had Iron
Okay.
Man games. They're
We
just
don't
not
have
good.
one. Right, no, we want a good one.
Good luck.
Fair enough.
We've had
What Iron Man games do we have?
Iron Man 1,
They were just
2,
the tie-in
and
movie
3.
games. Yeah,
Sean
just
gets
the
it.
tie-in movie games.
and then
We
we
do.
had
We do.
I need an Iron Man game that looks and plays like Anthem.
Iron Man VR. We've had a few of them.
Oh shit, you're right. That's a bad answer then.
We've had a lot of Iron Man games. Actually,
I just didn't play any of those because they didn't look good. See, I need Anthem, but Iron
The
Man.
tie-in games were not good. I can tell you right now. I played Iron Man 1 and 2. They
All
were
right,
not
give me somebody else then. Start thinking outside the box.
Captain America.
Strike two,
Captain-
Haley. Like strike two. Who wants to be Captain
I mean,
America?
I mean, I could throw out like random superheroes, but you're not going to know who they are. If I say
Throw 'em
Kitty
out.
Pryde, if I say Kitty Pryde, do you know who the fuck that is?
no.
Haley,
Delvin does, but
you
I
can't
know
just
that
make
Donnie
up
doesn't.
things on the podcast.
Uh-huh.
We have a popular podcast. It's consumed by
Uh-huh.
people, okay?
Wolverine, Laura Kinney, Logan, whoever. I don't fuck. Like,
Invincible.
Sean says Ant-Man. Is that just like a kaiju game?
No, I don't
That
want
is-
that.
No, hang on. So I think Ant-Man and I think big, but go the opposite way. Ant-Man goes small.
yeah,
He does.
That's neat. It's a good
I mean,
idea.
that's generally what Ant-Man does. Yeah,
Silver Surfer.
that's
I
a villain,
could care
not a
less
hero.
about Silver Surfer.
Silver Surfer's not a hero. They're
I would
a
imagine Wolverine's like been in more video games than like everybody.
Yes.
Been in like a
yes.
bajillion X-Men games
That is correct.
and even Wolverine games.
Yes.
Um,
Multiple.
What about Green Lantern?
Don doesn't give a fuck about the Green Lantern.
Yeah, I know,
Hi,
Sean.
John
Sean, I'm just
Stewart.
thinking of the movie where he gets all big and strong and stuff. You know, my
He gets
bad.
big and he gets small.
I don't know.
Give-
I don't fucking
Give me a
know this
John
stuff.
Stewart Green Lantern game.
Sean, does that surprise you? Do you want to join the show? Like, Green Lantern. Who said Green Lantern?
I did. John
Strike.
Stewart, Green
God
Lantern.
damn it, Haley. Green Lantern?
Green Lantern's awesome.
You just gonna walk around with the lantern and just shine lights on people? That's Alan
not,
Wake.
That's not what Green Lantern is.
I
You're
don't know.
thinking of
I-
Alan Scott, not
Who?
not John
What?
Stewart.
No, he isn't. Donnie's thinking of some old white guy with a Green
Yeah,
Lantern walking
you're
Just-
around.
thinking of the
Just
old white
Green
guy.
Lantern. Like, it's this terrible.
No. Creating constructs with your mind.
That you're not helping this case at all.
Huh?
You're
I
making it
know,
worse.
I know. God.
That's not helping.
Okay.
Literally, look at.
Here's my pitch.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right. It's like Control. Right? Think of a Remedy game like Control,
Uh-huh.
but it's Doctor Strange.
Okay. That works. That's good. I like it. Doctor Strange needs a game. Yes, that works.
That's my best guess, I guess.
That's a good guess. You stumbled onto a good answer.
We need a Black Panther game.
That is coming.
Black Panther would work.
And I'm
That
super
is-
Yeah, but isn't it like the Black Panther and Captain America?
No, we're
Look,
getting-
there's two.
There's two.
Oh,
There's the one that
Sean.
you're thinking of that- there's-
Sean.
there's the one-
Spawn. Spawn is dope. We need a Spawn game.
Spawn's had games.
Oh,
He's had-
damn it.
He
You're
has
ruining a
multiple
good
games.
thing. You're
He has
ruining a
multiple
good thing.
games.
So as Delvin and I were saying, there's the Black Panther Captain America game in World War II, but then there's also a separate Black Panther game being made by EA.
Yeah.
So
Watchmen would be pretty good.
I
Watchmen
don't
had one
really-
game.
It-
Wasn't
I don't know
good.
how you make a Watchmen game though, because it's a deconstruction.
I don't think you're helping the
Like, what? I mean, I'm not helping my case. Look at my shirt.
Which the question is which one TPR?
Yeah, I'm not
No.
interested in the
No.
X-Men.
No, it's not even X-Men. It's just I'm so tired of the Dark Phoenix saga. We've had it like 9 times in the past 10 years.
You know what? I think this is the perfect next question to ask. Because I think this is going to help a lot. Ken Turner asks, Donnie, how do you feel? Just over this. Yeah.
I feel like Ben Affleck feels.
Yeah. Just with
Which
the
that
cigarette.
meme.
wait. Which? Fuck Aquaman. Who gives a shit about Aquaman?
I mean, better than Green Lantern. At least you
No.
get Jason Momoa out of the deal.
You don't
Green
though,
Lantern's
because he's
awesome.
not anymore.
So is Aquaman. You get to like control the ocean.
No, you don't.
He
You
talks to
get to
fish.
talk to fish. That's
Yeah,
it.
and he like waves, and he's basically Poseidon, right?
No, that was the movie. The Aquaman's
That
only
works. That
power
counts.
is
Then it's the
talking to
movie.
fish.
It could be anything. If it's in the movie, then it works. It's loud.
But no, no.
Isn't there like what is a good anti-hero? Is there like somebody funny and good?
Deadpool?
Punisher. Deadpool has the one game that got delisted, brought back, delisted again. Maybe it'll get brought back again.
I just looked up a list of DC heroes, and they showed a picture of Nightwing that I hate so much that I hate Nightwing more.
Wait. Let me guess. It's the stupid 70s collar, yellow and blue costume,
No,
right?
I don't know what he's doing, but I just turned it. I was like, I hate this person.
There was
Punisher.
a Punisher game, and it was excellent. It was on a PlayStation 2. It was an incredible
Yeah, just
game.
do like Max Payne, but the Punisher. That's awesome.
That's what the game was. It was literally Max Payne with the Punisher and fatalities. It was amazing.
I must have missed all that.
It was on PS2. Punisher was
See-
beating this shit and killing the fuck out of people. It was great.
Dude, these are all these people I don't even know.
CPR. When I say Green Lantern, I'm talking Jon Stewart, our boy Delvin over here. I will
Delvin's
always
awesome.
reference your audio drama.
Yeah, Sean is
appearance of Jon
dominating
Stewart.
this entire segment of the
The
podcast.
TPR was the Punisher game. It came out on PS2. You can Google this game and look at the fatalities in it. It was great. It was a great
Oh,
game.
Yarden. Yeah, Yarden John Wick. I guess he is a
John Wick
superhero.
is a superhero.
I didn't think
Yeah.
about that. Yeah, that makes sense. That's a good
Dom
one.
Toretto.
You're my best. You're my favorite answer so far, Yarden.
Give me the Dominic Toretto game.
Yes.
Okay.
He may as well be
Moving
a
on.
superhero. Right?
All right.
All right, what's our next question?
I
This is a
should have
good one.
known this was going to happen when I invited you. Lee.
Speaking of TPR, he asked,
Okay.
since it's Spider-Man 2 week,
God.
his argument,
Jeez.
who, in your opinion, played the Spider-Man role the best in movies? Tobey Maguire, he's at Andre Garfield, or Tom Holland?
Andrew Garfield.
No, it's Andre, Dr. Dre Garfield.
Andre.
Yeah, Dr. Dre Garfield.
Andre.
I really liked the 2012 series of movies. So Andrew Garfield did really well.
With Andre?
Sure, we'll go with Andre.
Hell
Garfield.
yeah.
You know what? As long as you're the one saying it, I'm not getting canceled. That was Kyle's question, actually.
Well, they didn't have you marked down, so fuck you. I don't care.
I like Tobey Maguire.
I like Tom
but-
Holland.
Okay.
I think Tom Holland's awesome. He's the only one who actually looks like a kid.
He's my least favorite.
I like him.
Fucking TPR, dude.
Nice. Me and TPR.
Tobey
Like
Maguire
this,
looks
son.
Tobey Maguire like a 45-year-old man talks something in high school. Fuck off. High school. You haven't been in high school in 30 years.
Hey,
Old ass man.
that's most teenagers in movies and television shows. They're all played by like
But it was
25-year-olds.
but it was clearly noticeable when
Yeah,
Tobey
yes,
Maguire.
yes, it was. It was very noticeable.
55-year-old man on AARP talks him he's Spider-Man. Fuck off.
Yeah, I don't know any of this, what this means, but like one of them has that gif where he's dancing. Easy.
Yeah,
win.
That's
no,
what it, that's what it is.
That's what that means. That he's Bully Maguire. That's the
Win.
dancing gift.
Winner. Hands down. Mic drop. There's nothing else.
That scene literally gets referenced into the Spider-Verse. It's so funny.
Yes, it did. It was good scene.
Tom Holland Spider-Man's annoying.
Well, you know what? I just realized it. It says, but see, I'm assuming they meant live action because the correct answer is Miles Morales, the guy who played Miles Morales in the animated
The
movie.
correct answer is his person's name I don't even know.
What is his name? Shamik Moore.
The correct answer is Miles Morales.
Yes. That was the best
I,
version of.
I also think Haley Steinfeld does a very good job as Gwen Stacy from Earth 65. So,
I agree.
Huh?
The end of the Spider-Verse movies, Donnie.
Into the Spider-Verse movie, Gwen Stacy, the Spider Woman, that's who plays her. Haley.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
Great movie.
Okay.
I liked it. No, I liked that one a lot. It was really good.
No. That's fair. Just to give you an idea, the Spider hero.
It's a cartoon, right?
Yes, the animation.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I like that one. That was really good.
With the hood.
That's best. That is best Spider-Man movie.
I agree. See, now you're talking. Now we're cooking.
TPR. Haley likes Haley. No bias detected. I mean, her name is spelt differently than mine, so points off. But sure, we'll go with that.
Yeah, Haley likes Haley. Haley has Haley bias.
I thought her name was Gwen.
It is.
No. The character's name is Gwen. The actress who voices her's name is Haley Steinfeld.
Yes.
Got it. All right.
All right. Our next question is from Stingray X. God damn it, who's screening these questions? What's everyone's favorite superhero game? We just got this.
Now I'm going to say Arkham City.
Sure. I'll flip my answer and say Arkham Asylum. There you go.
Dude, Arkham City was legit.
It was.
Just dope. It was so good.
I'm going to say Spider-Man now.
That's the reason everybody hates Gotham Knights and Suicide and Superman or whatever else, because Arkham City was so damn good.
It was so good. It got everything right.
Yeah, it really did. Even they did Arkham Knight, and they were like, it's bigger and better. And we're like, it's not as good. This sucks.
It would have been better if they didn't require you to use the Batmobile for like 9.
They're going to close down the whole damn studio because they made a damn game that couldn't live up to. We've been chasing Arkham City High for a decade.
Yeah, just make that game again. Just here's
Arkham City is really good. Yeah.
Just remake Arkham City at this point.
And I said Infamous earlier because I just like Infamous.
Infamous is great.
Arkham City is so much better than Infamous.
It is.
Like just as a game, like it really is. That was a bad answer.
I mean,
I just like Infamous, but Arkham City is 1,000 times better game. Like if you were reviewing them, if you had to go play Infamous and then play Arkham City.
Oh no, there's no contest. I just really like it.
No contest.
Yeah, these aren't. These aren't close.
But also yes, TPR Arkham Knight visually still looks very good.
It does.
It does. Yeah, it really holds up.
It does.
I would love to see what it's like on Switch, but
Well,
I would.
I wouldn't.
That's so fucking funny, Tony.
Damn thing's gonna launch on Switch too at this point.
Yeah.
They're just gonna keep delaying it like every 2 weeks, a little longer. Don't leave. It's about to release.
Hey, you know at this point with how delayed Suicide Squad is, there might even just be like a current gen console, like re-release of Arkham Knight.
Yeah,
They should.
Yeah,
it's really good on PC right now. I played it. I liked it.
I own it on PC. I just haven't installed it, so I actually don't even know if I could run it. Let's find out.
I played it at 4K 60. Nightwing still sucked, but it was pretty fun. I hate that guy.
I don't know why.
That'd be the next thing Tom Holland does. Tom Holland is Nightwing.
Good God, no, never.
All right. Barrett33 asked, outside of the big four, if you were wondering what the big four are, is Mario Wonder, Spider-Man 2, Baldur's Gate 3, and Tears of the Kingdom. What 2023 game do you think deserves the Game of the Year consideration? His pick, Final Fantasy 16.
I'm going with.
Forgot that came out.
I'm going with Dead Space remake. It won't, but it deserves it.
Resident Evil?
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Resident Evil 4 would be good as well.
What am I missing? I know I'm missing. Let me open up my list of the year. Because, I mean, there are games that, like, were popular. Hogwarts came out this year. I'm sure somebody out there is probably thinking that.
Does Phantom Liberty count?
If it does, then I'd put it on there.
I would
don't
think
know if it does.
I would think
The expansion would count, for sure. The main game wouldn't, but that's just how people do it. But the expansion, yeah, I can see it. I don't know that it'll
We had
get one, but-
Diablo, we had Mortal Kombat, we had Street Fighter. We've had a lot of big games coming this year. None of those count.
I don't
mean,
think I played Mortal
Starfield?
Kombat.
We didn't even talk about Starfield. It didn't even come to mind.
I've been playing Mortal Kombat. It's good, but I wouldn't put it in Game of the Year.
I really thought Street Fighter was going to be like that good.
Same for Street Fighter. I was good.
I keep seeing people say Street Fighter is gonna get a nomination for it. It'd be interesting to see.
Like I don't think it matters. I think the Game Awards, if that's what we're talking about, they're going to pick Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate on Tears of the Kingdom.
I think they're going to pick Baldur's Gate.
It'll be Baldur's. It'll be.
Yeah,
Baldur's
they're going to
Gate.
pick Baldur's Gate. It's a wrap.
So,
all right.
And do you think Alan Wake would be that good?
Alan Wake, that's a good one.
I think Alan Wake will be very good. I just don't know that it's going to get a Game of the Year now.
I've got it pre-ordered. Like I was thinking, I'm looking at my list and I'm thinking of stuff like the top of my list is so not Game of the Year.
I mean, did you?
I'm thinking of like Dredge, Planet of Lana, Resident Evil. It's going to get overshadowed because of Tears of the Kingdom and Now Wonder. I really liked Fire Emblem Engage. Like it's really good. It just came out in a year that like had also better games on Switch. But like Fire Emblem Engage might have been great like last year. Yeah, fun year.
Detective Pikachu is not getting a nom. Did you
That's
see
it.
Donnie?
TPR.
Did you see Donnie that Sam Lake said alongside the paid DLC that is mentioned in the deluxe edition of Alan Wake 2, there'll be free DLC coming as well.
No, I don't pay any attention to
That's cool.
what he says. I just bought the game. I'm just buying the game. I'm gonna play the game.
Oh, Jedi Survivor. That's a good one.
Jedi Survivor is not going to get a nom. It's a good game, but it's not getting a nom.
Okay.
If Dev was here, it'd be on there.
It would absolutely be on there. It's Dev.
We got 3 more questions, but I'm gonna save one for when Dev's here because I'm not gonna put Haley through that torture.
Armored Core.
So I'm gonna give the first question. I'm gonna go with this one from TPR. Favorite gas station snack?
Ooh, that is a good question.
Okay, so I just need to clarify. When we say gas station snack, are we talking like 7-Eleven hot and ready counter or something you buy off the rack at a gas station?
You know the snacks you get at a gas station? That's a snack. Any snack you get at a gas station.
Anything you can walk in and get in the gas station.
Yes.
I'm going with the 7-Eleven crispy chicken wings and potato wedges.
I love 7-Eleven's apple fritters. They're really good. Especially when they're fresh and warm. They're really, really good.
My mom likes their apple fritters as well.
I used to get those every morning with the what is it called? The cappuccino, the vanilla cappuccino from the machine.
Nice. I really like the Long Johns they get. So, but
Well,
if I have to choose, I'm picking their chicken. So it's very good.
one thing that I like that I definitely shouldn't, because I'm sure it's god awful for you, but at like the racetrack or the quick trips, I think it's usually the racetrack. They've got hot dogs, on the rollers, the grills.
They're really good when they're fresh.
They've got one though that's like cheddar jalapeno, like smoked sausage, like hot dog.
Those are good.
Yep.
I love that damn thing. Like I will get down on some of those and like some chips for like a quick lunch. It's really good.
7-Eleven has one of those too. We don't have quick trips or racetracks here. We've got Circle K, 7-Eleven, and like Husky or
What?
something like that. Circle K, 7-Eleven.
What was the last one?
Husky.
Husky. Okay, well, those are pretty normal gas stations.
Yeah.
Okay.
Surprised it wasn't like, petrol refueling station.
We do also have
Much
Esso.
more petrol.
That's it. We do also have Esso, but that's it.
Real Canadian petrol farm.
All right. Our final question. Jordan asks, how much cooler would wrestling be if they actually fought?
Look at this. Sean says in Alberta, they have fast gas.
What
What is
the
that?
fuck is that?
Fast gas. I like it. That's a good one. I was teasing Sean about these gas station names you gave me, and he told me, he was like, it was very funny. He was like, Donnie, you just couldn't get anything done in Canada. Like the idea of putting me in Canada, like I'm just like constantly stopping and in awe of the signs that are around me. He's like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have an entire store called Golf Town.
Golf Town?
Yeah, it's just called Golf
What the?
Town.
You
Is it like
don't
a-
know how to name shit.
Is it a putt course?
What? No, it's straight up just a store for golf supplies.
Golf Town. Golf Town.
Town.
I mean, you can kind of get an idea of what that is, but like, it is just, I kind of love it. It's just, they're so deliberate with their naming schemes.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, they're so on the nose. There's like no branding or anything. There's none about it. You know?
We also have the Brick Furniture Store, or Leon's. That's an appliance store.
What?
Leon's.
Nah, I'm
It's
not
an
buying no
appliance
shit
store.
from a place from a dude named Leon.
Delvin already buys his shit from Leon.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
But
that shit ain't legal.
He sold me a stolen dryer last week.
Johnny, you know what? Johnny, I just thought of another grocery store name you're gonna love. Farm Boy.
What?
Nope.
Yeah, we have a grocery store named Farm Boy.
Nope. Absolutely not. Not going there.
Wow.
My boy Leon got these TVs, man.
That's right.
Yeah.
Get
And they have these
that Tears of the Kingdom street date.
Yeah.
Speaking of street date, you guys see the stream I posted?
No, I didn't.
Somebody was playing. Somebody's just playing Metal Gear Solid the collection on Twitch today
Oh,
on
my
PlayStation
favorite
5.
thing.
It looks every bit of original Metal Gear as you could imagine. Like it looks
it
just
does.
every.
They-
It's just.
They didn't
It
even try.
is. It is exactly what. No, they didn't. There's zero try. It is a collection of ROMs that they are selling for $60.
My favorite part was the Gaming News and News subreddit had like someone playing and they were like, "Hey, so fun fact: pressing the pause button, it takes like 10 to 15 seconds for the pause menu to pause after pressing the input."
Is that because like they let you pause the cutscenes, right?
I honestly don't know. I didn't click.
I think
into
it's the
it 'cause-
cutscenes. I think they put that in there because they let you pause the cutscenes because they're so damn long.
Oh, okay.
Fair enough.
That's a feature, not a bug. Yeah, it's like you know how mad people were with like Mario 3D All Stars.
Yes.
This is much worse. Like they didn't even turn on any of the emulation features.
Man, we had this conversation in the Discord. There's a grocery store locally called Foodland.
Food Lane isn't the one that gets me. It's No Frills.
It's no frills.
The
yeah,
fuck
I
is
know.
No Frills? Delvin, does that not sound like some shit your mom shops for clothes at?
Yes, it does.
That's a grocery store in Canada. No Frills.
Nah, I
No
want to go there.
frills. Yep.
And the Real Canadian Super Shop.
Yeah. Real Canadian Superstore. Yep.
Yep, she calls it the RCSS.
The real
Oh,
Canadian
No,
Superstore.
that's
I feel
my
like
schedule
Recess.
calls
I feel like
We've
an
all-
employee works there with his
we've all
hat
got
turned
that.
backwards.
We've also got Metro and Food Basics.
Food Basics.
Yeah,
Can you get anything not basic there? Like, was it just the basics?
I don't
It's like
know.
ham,
We've
cheese,
al-
and bread.
oh,
Get the fuck out! Just like,
we, we also have
Food
Sobeys
Basics isn't that bad.
that.
That's pretty
No,
good.
we've got Sobeys as
But
well,
No
so
Frills is.
Terrible.
fucked up,
It
yeah.
really is. Like I would never drive by any building that says No Frills on it and think food.
That's where I want to go eat
Well,
at.
To be fair, the logo is a bushel of bananas. So
Of course it has to be. I was just about to say they've got to put pictures in it.
yeah, Sean. So at
What?
like Loblaws, at No Frills and Real Canadian Superstore, they have a brand called President's Choice. We don't got presidents.
Is Trump on it?
Literally, huh?
Yeah, that's their president.
That's what I was thinking. Like,
That's the president y'all chose.
okay, now this is good. Matt thinks he passed a gun store called Gun Ho. All right.
That's
I like it.
That's
Yeah, I get
funny.
that. Was it in shape of like a cowboy hat? You know?
Who
That's a good one.
knows?
I like it. Gun ho.
Gun Ho's pretty good. No frills though. Canadian food and stuff?
Yeah.
What's a food and stuff?
I don't know what the food and stuff is.
No.
what
So,
was
Donnie,
Jordan's question?
how fun would wrestling be if they actually fought?
Sometimes it is.
if everybody actually fought
Sometimes
off
they do.
Sometimes they
you
do.
may not know that. Sometimes they do. They do beat the shit out of each other. So, you see that dude beat the shit out of Asuka years ago?
Yeah, that was a good one.
Was it Minoru Suzuka or whatever? He beat the shit out of her.
Well, that was uncomfortable.
It was very uncomfortable. Like
you shouldn't
we
be
are
doing it.
witnessing assault. Somebody stop this.
Yes. The one that always gets me is the one with Charlotte Flair and what's her name? Who just
Rhea?
came back? No, not Rhea.
Because those girls were jamming.
It was a real fight. It was Charlotte.
I know
Flair,
you're talking about.
And what's her name? Who just came back?
Big girl.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Nia Jax. That's it.
Where Charlotte slapped her and Nia punched her.
And Nia wasn't having any of it.
Just started beating it. Like, hold on.
The other one that reminds me of that is Braun Strowman caught Brock once,
Oh yes, that
and
was
Brock
good.
let him know.
And when he punched the shit out, told him to slow down.
And Brock is, and like Braun Strowman, those of you that don't watch wrestling, Braun Strowman is a massive, gigantic human being.
Like 7'2".
And Brock Lesnar made him look like a puppy. Like Brock was like, "Yo, you want to do this?" Braun was like, "No, no, I do not. I'm sorry, sir."
If you watch enough wrestling, you'll see a couple of live rounds being thrown. Like there was one I saw on Twitter that they keep showing every couple of years of Shane McMahon punching the shit out of Chris Jericho. Like he did it like twice, and then Chris Jericho drop kicked the fuck out of him.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
wrestlers, they don't mess with that stuff.
We're dropping.
Yeah.
You know, these aren't real, but like, if you ever watch like a Gunther match or a Sheamus match or a Fit Finley match, like
They're hitting hard. They're not hitting. They're not.
they're about as real as it gets. They're like they really beat the snot out of each other. You know, like it's.
There's a couple of them. There's a couple of them out there that you can watch. There's a famous video from I think it was one of the pay-per-views where a fan hopped in the steel cage with Hogan and Savage, and Hogan beat the fuck out the fan. It was NWO era. It was that one. It's of course the one. There's a couple of fan videos where fans get fucked up. There's the one.
I'm Googling it. There was sorry to interrupt you, but Bruiser Brody beat the shit out of Lex Luger that night.
Oh yeah,
That's a famous one. Or he basically ran out of the cage. They locked him in a cage, and Bruiser Brody beat the snot out of him.
Yeah,
That's just funny.
There's a few of them. There's one. Well, we can look this one up now. It's at the Hall of Fame for Bret Hart, WWE Hall of Fame for Bret Hart, and a fan rushed Bret Hart, and FTR beat the fuck out that fan.
Yeah, Dax gave him some, and he looked like he could punch too. That looked
Yes.
That looked like that hurt.
Yeah, there's a couple of videos out there where you see wrestlers like really throwing down. And you're like, oh yeah, these dudes can really fight. We better stop playing with some of these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these guys can actually fight.
Fit Finley?
Fit Finley, yeah, he got hands.
Oh, you don't want to wrestle Fit Finley. He'll let you know. Fit Finley wasn't fit, by the way, but he just looked like a bar brawler every time he ever looked like he was coming to fight.
That you see in a bar that you're like, I don't think we should mess with that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he might have killed a man or something.
Yeah.
Nobody really knows.
He might got a couple felonies.
He's a real tough guy. You know, not some of this fake nonsense.
Felonies? What are we doing?
Oh, there's some.
Fit Finley's that guy. Yeah. Like you don't. Yeah.
Haku, another one, looks like leave him alone.
Oh yeah, I forgot about them. Was the Barbarians?
Yes.
Dude. No bueno.
Some dudes in wrestling you just leave alone.
WCW had a few of those guys.
Yeah.
Like there was like some quick shoots in WCW. That was a thing that happened every now and again.
You ever heard the story about? Well, I know you heard the story about the DX and the Tank thing.
Yeah.
And they were like, they said, hey, y'all should go inside it. And Vince was like, hey, if you see Haku, leave. Like they told him, like, no. Like, you can go inside, but if you run into Haku, immediately leave.
Get out of the building.
Yes.
Well, we know Arn Anderson's about that life.
Yes. He pulled up the block.
That doesn't surprise me. I bet actually in those old territory days, I bet there was a lot more of this.
Oh yeah, without question.
Was it the Andre documentary where they told the stories of him just like literally beating this like I thought like, it was either Hogan or Vince. Somebody told a story. I don't remember who it was. I want to say it was a big guy, but I can't remember who it was. Not Bam Bam. He's too young.
It was a couple people Andre beat the fuck out of.
Some big guy, popular big man. I can't remember who it was. Got into the ring with Andre, and he was talking all kinds of, he's just peacocking around the locker room and stuff. And apparently Andre just drug his ass around the ring and slapped the shit out of him for like 30 minutes.
Now I gotta look. There's a few people Andre the Giant didn't like.
Beat the snot out of him. And he talked like, and I remember it might have been the dark side of the ring, because I remember he was like, he slapped me so hard and like all the air out of my like body left. He's like, I couldn't breathe. I couldn't imagine being at the will of Andre the Giant,
I would never want to do that. That sounds horrible.
Because there's big guys and then there's Andre.
Yes.
Like these are not the same things. Like Taker's big, Kane's big, Braun's big, and Andre makes them all look small.
Yeah, Andre was huge. In his prime, he was like big and muscular. That's
like
scary.
7'5", like 500 pounds or something like that.
Big John Studd was
he's
the answer, by the way.
He's like 2 or 3 Undertakers in one person. Insane.
Yes.
I'm watching him hold Macho Man, and he looks like a cruiserweight.
Yeah. Andre the Giant's huge.
Yeah.
Not a dude you mess with. There's certain dudes in wrestling you just like, I'm not messing with that guy.
Yeah.
Andre the Giant's one.
Could you imagine you do something to screw off, to piss off Andre, and he turns on you in the ring? Oh,
Yeah.
goodness.
That's not. Andre's one. They say Undertaker's one like that. That's not the dude you mess with. They say Undertaker, Andre. Who else did they say that I've heard stories about? There's
Punk?
a few of them.
You'd be trash.
Only in AEW. Everywhere else.
Speaking of AEW, so you haven't been talking about it in the chat, and I'm surprised you didn't bring it up ever. What's up with Tony and these tweets, man? Like, what is he doing?
Man's going through
I
it,
see
man.
this stuff on Reddit. He's just out here just taking on all comers on Twitter. Like, what's going on?
He said he's sick of people talking shit to him. I'm like, you need to just stay off.
Oh, well. Be better? Making a shitty wrestling show? Good Iron CM Punk? Come in and beat up your wrestlers?
Yeah, that's one thing. But I get it. People, I wouldn't do it. If I'm there, I wouldn't even fuck what you say. I'm not just gonna listen. I don't know why he's running his own social media anyway. Fuck that.
Good point.
Yeah, let somebody else do that shit.
Interesting guy.
Aren't they famous enough to have people like have a PR team?
Yes.
Like,
He's a billionaire.
Why would
And
you
then he
run your
owns the
own
company.
social media then?
His family owns the Jaguars.
Yeah, I wouldn't be running my social media if I had fuck that. Yes, I would 100% buy Detective Pikachu. Let's go if it was a thing.
Let's go, Detective Pikachu. Where's Squirtle? It's over there.
It's right there.
We did it. We did it. We did it. Hooray. Detective Pikachu is definitely just Dora.
Yeah.
It's just Pokemon flavored Dora the Explorer.
It's Pokemon Dora, but what if Dora was Danny DeVito instead?
Can you see Cubone?
It's right there. Cubone.
You found me.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that's what we signed up for. We as in me. The Pikachu army. The Pikachu.
We.
The Pikachu army.
Yeah.
Oof.
Who's the army? You?
Army of one. Like that game.
It's true.
Army of two.
This is a good
All right.
game.
Yes. Let's close this show out because we have nothing to talk about.
Let's put this to rest.
Yes.
Let's let this one rest in peace.
Yes. Yes. Thank you guys for listening. Go check out the Discord. Hang out there. Check out Decade of Horror. Halloween's coming up. I know you guys want some good movies to watch. Check out. Definitely check out Decade of Horror. Is there anything else?
I got too drunk.
That's why you should check it out.
Hey,
Yeah, I mean that's why. Yeah, it's a feature, not a bug.
Yeah.
I generally
me
don't remember like the third act of the show. Like I don't know what we talked about after we did.
Evil Dead Rise gets mentioned. It's $10 right now on like.
It's so good. It's so good. Yeah, I watched Barbarian. It was pretty good too. But you know, yeah, come to the Discord. As that Ninja Dev says, come to the Discord.
Yes.
Yeah, come hang out in the Discord.
Cool. All right, we'll see you next week.
Play
Peace.
some video games.